127 goals in 50 games at an average of 2.54 goals a game. What a tournament we're having so far. Still 14 matches to go. All of this and more in this, now streaming Qatar. So, the round of 16 phase. We're down to 14 teams in this World Cup. And can you believe it? There's only 4 teams left in this World Cup that are unbeaten. Croatia, Morocco, the Netherlands, and England. By the end of today, that could be down to 3, or you could stay at 4, depending on results of the day. And if you look at the teams that are left within the competition as a whole, 2 are from the continent of Asia, 2 from South America, and 8 from UEFA. So 3 confederations are left within the tournament as a whole. Sunday, December 4, that's where we're at right now. So at the end of the day, we'll be halfway through those round of 16 fixtures. And look at the games we have today. France against Poland, the Battle of UEFA, and England against Senegal. A game where the entire nation holds its breath. That comes your way at 2 o'clock. Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone is doing well. You're perhaps just waking up, getting your coffee, and preparing for the 2 matches ahead. What can we say about what lies ahead? Well, one thing for sure is this World Cup has had its fair share of excitement. On Saturday, the Australians, the Socceroos, well, they made their final goodbyes to the tournament. They fell to Australia by 2-1. And the Americans, Uncle Sam's Army, they were defeated by the Netherlands by 3-1. That man on your screen, Matt Ryan, what a heroic person he's been towards the Australian unit. 2006, it was the Mark Schwarzer show, Tim Cahill, Harry Kewell, Mark Viduka, amongst many others. But this new generation of Australians with hunger, desire, youth, diversity, has given them some hope ahead of 2026 and beyond. The Americans, it's their goodbye. 8 years back in the tournament, and now their attention swiftly turns towards 2026, where they'll co-host the tournament with their neighbours to the north and neighbours to the south. Big moments ahead for them. But as you can see to my right, we also have a very special guest. Good morning.
Good morning.
How art thou?
Oh, waiting for the games ahead. Yesterday, I can't say there were too many surprises. Yeah. I think those were expected results. But as you mentioned, the Australian goalkeeper, he really kept them in that game.
Yeah, and the tournament as a whole, because I had Denmark advancing with France.
I was hoping, but I don't know. It just never clicked for them.
Yeah.
Just like Belgium. Never clicked for Belgium either.
Yeah. But when you think about, Australia, generally speaking, when it comes to sports, very never give up, do this for our country, always consistent in that sort of vein. So sometimes that spirit carries you places.
I mean, it does. Right now, we're seeing Senegal with it. We're seeing Morocco with it. Japan, South Korea.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they just came with that never die spirit. If you're going to do it, you're going to have to do it 100%, nothing less. Give it more if you can.
Yeah.
But nothing less.
Yeah, it feels good, especially if a Hyunmin Son and his team don't have to have that required conscription service for them, when they go back home.
Tottenham should be happy about that too.
Absolutely. Can you imagine losing Hyunmin Son for a month? Tottenham. How much points could that be in the title race? I mean, more hope for Manchester United, but
That's if they get to click, because our players play for country, not for club.
Yeah, that's the sad part as well. And still, we're looking for a number 9. So let's see how everything goes there. New manager Ten Hag. Yeah,
he's shaking up the system, but we'll just have to trust the process at this point. Trust in that process.
Exactly. How much times have you been reminded of the word patience at United for a decade now, you could say?
Yeah, and ever since Fergie left. But even with Fergie and the Fergie time, it was still patience.
It was.
It was still patience, just a little bit more exciting. And shaking it up in that 95th minute of the 3 minutes of extra time.
I know you're a big fan of team goals, so I can understand where you're coming from with that, especially because a lot of those late goals were team goals as well. So I can understand the emotions of those games.
So good. So good.
Yeah.
So, lying ahead today, France and Poland.
Yeah, certainly. We don't need...
England and Senegal.
Yeah, we don't need coffee to wake us up for those two games, though.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
Yeah.
Would it have been nice to have like one of those 5 o'clock morning shakers?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I don't miss it.
Yeah.
I don't miss that time frame.
Remember when Saudi Arabia took in on Australia, and you're like, oh, I definitely don't need coffee for this.
Argentina?
Saudi Arabia, Argentina.
You don't need coffee at all. Don't need coffee one at all.
That
But
works.
we're down. We have 2 people through to quarters.
Yeah, another 6
2 more today.
2 more today. A bit nervous, if I'm being completely frank with you about that.
Which
And
one? Just the England game?
Yeah, just the England one I'm a bit nervous about, to be honest with you. For obvious reasons. Yes, no Mane. Yes, no Idrissa Gana. But that spirit, that togetherness, that chemistry that Senegal has put together.
Heart of a lion.
Exactly. Objectively speaking, the quality is on England's side to get over the line. Objectively. This World Cup, though, has just shown a lot of surprises. And if England does not take their opponents seriously, doesn't take them seriously, then that's a concern.
Yeah, that would definitely be a concern. I mean, when we speak about quality, again, we can always speak of that Belgium team that should have really progressed.
Absolutely.
And it just did not work out for them. Tactics wrong, just formation wrong. Who knows what they did wrong? It just never worked out on the field for them. For England, as I said many times before, if they come out playing with a little spark and ingenuity, which I think they're going to need, because they can't do I don't want to call it lackluster, but the passing around the back, the passing down the flanks, not really hitting the crosses. They need to be a little bit more
assertive,
dynamic as well.
Okay.
Because Senegal is going to come out, and we've seen Senegal, they're coming out fighting.
Yeah.
Whatever they're doing, they're coming out fighting. Maguire needs to be on his game. Trippier is playing, needs to be on his game.
Yeah. I agree.
One slip and that really could be it. I mean...
Yeah, and what about this person right here?
Sterling.
Yeah.
I mean, he got his goal now, right? So you're over that hurdle.
Yeah, that's one hurdle cleared. So
you put your head down and play your game.
I mean, yeah.
And no flashiness. Like, this is not the game to really be flashy. I don't think unless you're winning like Spain did,
comfortably,
6-love.
Yeah.
It's not the time to really showboat or show certain skills just for the fun of it.
Yeah.
I think it's get the team game going, get the plan going, get the goals, and then you can have a little bit more fun.
Understand. And Raheem Sterling, 1 goal for him at this tournament that came against Iran. If he gets 2 more at this tournament, then he'll be the highest scoring Jamaican-born footballer in World Cup history. Theodore Tapper-Whitmore got 2. Raheem Sterling has 1. So that's something perhaps to the accolade he'll be looking to get. But yeah, you've made the point about the showboating element. But let's say it's 1-0, 90th minute, 6 minutes stoppage time. Yeah, you can't.
Don't trust anything with this stoppage time, because even the 6 minutes, as much as I keep to the 6 minutes, you have to still think about what you might have done in that 6 minutes.
Right.
So we've seen the Swiss game, Swiss and Serbia, where they had a stoppage time, but they had a fight. Not a little tussle in there.
Yeah.
And then, the 6 minutes turned into like 9 minutes, which it would then be expected, but you don't want to lose your concentration at the end if you're 1-0 up to get the draw. You need a comfortable, at least 2 goals. We're not doing Barcelona when they were going for Champions League, where they got like 6 goals in 3 minutes. But I don't think that's going to be repeated. But you want a comfortable lead. At 1-0, you really can't. You still have to be up there. Concentration has to be up there. 1 slip and that's a 1-1 draw. Draws which we're not going to see anymore.
Yeah, we'll get to that in just a few. Just before we get to that, though, we haven't seen a hat trick yet.
No, we haven't.
And no penalty shootout. I don't want to see a penalty shootout today. Well, definitely not in the second game, but the first game.
I'm hoping not.
Yeah.
I feel Mbappe can get a hat trick, if not Giroud, because right now we're looking at breaking records as well. So why not Giroud?
Okay.
At least the goal, because now he's tied. So we can break some records again, some national records. I don't know if it's strategic why nobody has done the hat trick, or if it's just never worked out for them. I know Rashford almost was there, but you know, without the hat tricks, it's been very entertaining. Like,
Yeah.
you're not fully missing the fact that nobody has scored a hat trick.
Right.
You're not even looking at it. Right now, you're just like, win the game. Just win the game at this point in time. Because you'd have expected, like, maybe Messi would have scored that hat trick against Saudi when they were playing. And then at some point, you're just like, please just draw the game. Just draw the game. Like, let's not go any further than just drawing the game.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I think without that, it's been a very interesting. If Richarlison had gotten his hat trick in that Brazil game, that would have been something. He
Yeah.
had some pretty goals there.
Agreed. Yeah, folks. And just a reminder, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. The question of the day, who's making the quarterfinals today? Let us know your thoughts. Go ahead, bang in the comments and let us know how you guys feel about this encounter in particular. Will it be the French and the English? Will it be the French and the Senegalese? Will it be the Polish and the English? Or the Polish and the Senegalese?
Ooh,
Yeah.
permutations.
Yeah, permutations. Remember Poland met Senegal in the group stages of the last World Cup? Yeah, 2018. Do we want to see that? We saw it already. Why see it again?
I see it again.
Yeah, why see it again?
We've seen
Yeah.
France get over that hurdle of
Yeah.
the champions curse and got out of the group stage. Will it now affect them in a round of 16?
Yeah.
And this is where they drop out.
But it disappointed me today. Some of the guys in the WhatsApp groups were making their predictions for the games, and Jamal predicted a Senegal win. So that really, really got me disappointed because I have a lot of respect for Jamal,
After we carried Netherlands?
Yeah.
After we
backed
carried Netherlands, you really
yeah.
going to do this?
Yeah. He just
You
wanted
want the
drama. He just wanted
Yeah,
drama.
but that's not the way to shake it up. You shake it up in the last day of the group stages.
Yeah.
You shake that table up.
I have a theory why he did that because the leaderboard in terms of the point standing, he's looking to catch up. So he just wanted to pull our results so he could perhaps get some. To catch
Not
up
the way
in.
to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
We shake it
Yes.
up in the group stages, not in the round of 16.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. So Conrad in the comments says France and England. Conrad, how are you?
France and
Where are you?
England.
Come on, man.
France.
Brazil plays tomorrow. That's the president of the Brazilian fan club of Jamaica.
I think he's
yeah.
recovering from that one love.
Oh,
He's recovering.
he's recovering from it. Speedy best wishes. Best wishes to you and the Brazil
and the
fan
rest of
club members.
Jamaica.
And to the 61% of Jamaica. That's right. Yeah, so, get well soon, Conrad. And, these seats are here for your 4 to 5 members of the Brazil fan club on Monday. I know you play South Korea, so those 5 chairs are for the Brazil fan club come Monday. No nerves, no pressure, but the seats are there, so you're more than welcome to utilize it. And all being well, I'll see you in the final. How does that sound?
Interesting.
Interesting. Yeah.
Go there.
Indeed. So let's talk about the drama now. Okay. So as everybody knows, the next World Cup is going to go from 32 to 48 teams.
Shake it up.
Yes. So that means more spots for each confederation. Good. We're all good at math here, guys. So keep up. You're going to have 12 groups and 4 teams in each group.
12 groups and four teams in
Yeah,
each group.
right.
12 groups, 4 teams, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, we're going.
So as you guys know, 12 times 4 is 48. Good job, mathematicians back home. So that's 48. So obviously, when you have that, that means top 2, it's 12 groups. So that's 26 teams. No, 24. 24 teams.
4 teams.
Yeah.
On to 24.
Right, that's 24. And you might, Simon, how do you do the other 8? How do you, because there's going to be a round of 32. So you have 24.
Oh, this is going to be an extended World Cup.
So that
We'll go
means
from
that the
24.
8
So we
best
need it.
third place teams will advance to the round of 32. Tell me if you have any problems and I'll start over.
My question is, does the round of 32 now become brackets, or are they going to do like another group thing and make it like Connolly?
No, that's going to be like knockout. Round of 32 will be knockout. So the round of 32, then round of 16.
Would be a round of 16.
Right.
we're
Just
having
like
now.
what we
So-
see in Europa League. Yeah. Like we're the round of 32. Yeah. Just
Okay.
like that.
So we get top 2,
Yes.
8 best thirds.
Exactly. Right.
Okay.
So here's the funny part. In the group stages, a win, is 3 points.
Why make it sound like you're shaking it up again?
I am, folks. Hang on.
We're shaking it up again. Oh, God.
Just a few more questions. Kev says Neymar available Monday. Yeah, let's see, Kev. Let's see. And Tamoya says I got lost from you mentioned math. Really? National player like you getting lost with math. Come on, better than that, Miss Edwards. Right. Okay.
So we're at 32.
Right.
But
32.
group stages.
Right, so at 32 with the group stages. So here's the spanner now, guys. And remember, this is hot off the press. This is brand new information, as CONCACAF president revealed this yesterday. Okay. If you win, you get 3 points in the group stages. That's mandatory, right? No more draws.
No more draws?
Yeah. So you
No
might
more
say,
draws.
yeah, but you might say, Simon, then what will happen when Jamaica draws 1-1 with Germany at the World Cup?
No more draws.
Well, guess what, folks? After 90 minutes, and it's 1-1, the game goes straight to penalties.
Penalties.
And it
draws, straight
gets
to penalties.
And it gets even funnier. If Jamaica defeats Germany on penalties, Jamaica gets 2 points.
Okay, so you don't win and get 3 points on penalties. You win and get 2.
Exactly. So if Jamaica defeats Germany in 90 minutes, that's 3 points.
Yeah, I'm following you here.
Okay. The game goes to penalties now. And let's say Jamaica plays another game and it goes to penalties. And Jamaica wins that game.
It's 2.
That's 2 points.
So that's 5 points.
Right. Suppose Jamaica wins their 3 games in the group stages on penalties. 2 plus 2 plus 2 is
6 points.
6.
Man,
Exactly.
there's too much math going to happen now. There's way too much math and way too much probabilities for the next World Cup.
So,
We can't-
folks, I'll
We
repeat
can't
that.
just look at it and be like, all right, you get a draw. We know where this is going. We have
Alexa,
to think about a draw and a penalty shootout.
Yes, Alexa da Costa says France and England winning 2-1. Alexa says no to what? The penalty shootout or the format?
Format.
Right.
We, they just said shake it up. Let's just shake it up one more time. We saw too
Yeah.
many draws this World Cup.
Yeah.
Too many draws
Yeah.
this group.
Yeah, I knew that Jamal would get pissed, and he's going to probably come up here and give his views quite shortly.
Too
But,
many
yeah.
draws in group
Yeah.
stages. I like shake it up.
Yeah. So let's go back to before COVID. Before COVID, we knew the World Cup was going to be USA, Canada, Mexico. It was going to be 48 teams. Their suggestion was, okay, let's have 16 groups and 3 teams in each group. Because 16 times 3 is 48. And the top
That sounds
2,
like round robin.
and top 2 from each group will go to round of 32. But they're like, no, because what's going to happen is that a team is going to play their 2 matches before another 2 teams.
Yeah.
And there's going to be collusion, and the 2 teams are going
Because
to...
we're going to have that same fair play issue where the last group
Exactly. So they're like,
Mm.
fine, we're going to have 4 teams in a group and 12 teams. So bam, okay. Top 2 from each group, next round. So the reason for introducing this penalty in the group stages is to bring North American fans to love the game more.
Oh my, are you okay over there? No, so now I'm thinking about it. Are they going to
Yeah.
weight it based on if the game goes to penalty shootouts? No?
Mhm.
Because we know that right now, if it's a draw, you go to
Mhm.
head-to-head,
Mm-hmm.
you go to goals for, goals
Mhm.
against, you go to
Right.
yellow cards,
Mhm.
fair play.
Right.
So let's just say you have a group
Mm-hmm.
and you win 2,
Mhm. Right.
so you're on 6.
You win 2, right?
You've
Mhm.
lost
1.
2.
Remember in the
So
group
you-
stage, you're going to play 3 games.
3 games, right. So you win 2, you're on 6.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody else somehow gets 3 penalty shootouts and are on 6.
Right.
And another one
Yeah.
does win 2,
Yeah.
lose 1. So we're all on 6.
Mm-hmm.
Where do we break down? Is it just an outright win would get like a better thing, or are they going to go straight through how it is?
It goes down to goal difference. And even if that is level, then we go down
Down
to
to-
the next
I
one.
was just wondering, because if you're going to wait a
Mhm.
win in 90 minutes as 3 points, does that just
Yeah.
put your 3 points, your 6 points,
Right.
better than somebody who did penalty shootouts for all 3 games
Right.
and got 6 points?
Yeah, let me take some of the questions because fans are very vehement about this, just like Jamal behind the scenes. Alexis says the CONCACAF president is Canadian, right? He was born in Canada, yes, and he's of Italian heritage. No to everything you just said. If the president is Canadian, that would explain so much, says Alexi. I knew it must be for the North American fans because American sports don't finish without a winner. Main Motion Studio says, would the team that loses the shootout get 1 point? That's a good question. And-
But if you lose a game, how you going to get a point?
Yeah.
How you, I don't understand 2 points for winning with a penalty shootout. Like
Because the win wasn't in 90 minutes. And a football match is technically
I'm
90
sorry.
minutes.
So when we get into the round of 32 and you're winning a penalty shootout, like a win is a win. Give them the points that they're supposed to get.
A few more comments.
At the end of the day,
yeah, go ahead.
If you win, you win. However you win, you win. You lose, which means we're not sharing up points here. It's all or nothing. And that's why we had a draw.
Right.
That's where you share it up. We don't share up points to win over a penalty shootout.
So Alexi says, Malcolm Glazer might as well be CONCACAF president. My word, Alexi. That is tough. That is grim. Why would you? So to answer your question, Main Motion Studio, the answer to your question is no. They wouldn't get a point. So no. Damon Jones says, must be an American thing. Well, that basically wraps up that element in particular. So just a recap of those of you that are just tuning in, because we still have a good number of viewers tuning into live. So good morning to you all. 48 teams, 12 groups of 4. Top 2 goes through. Penalties to decide the winner in a group stage match after a draw in 90 minutes. Winner gets a bonus point, 2 in total. Round of 32 will be introduced from 6, and it will of course have an increase from 64 games at the World Cup to 80 games.
Now I understand how they got there too.
They're 2.
The 2 points.
Oh yeah.
So you're drawing and you're shooting out for my point.
Exactly.
Shooting out for my point.
Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly how it is. So that sort of
So
adds
they're
it up.
not sharing the 3. They're sharing they're deciding who gets the 2
Right.
spoils of the draw.
Yes.
Still stupid.
Still stupid.
It's like a Texas standoff.
Texas standoff. That's how you describe it.
Yeah, we're just gonna have the tumbleweed flying through. We're just gonna have the tumbleweed between the 2 teams, and no, you're messing up the whole point of a draw in a football.
So, all right. So if Jamaica draws a match at a World Cup, you're gonna say 1 point to me, 1 point to you. We'll move on to the next game. Forget this shootout in the group stage.
I don't think a shootout needs to be in a group stage. If they had said extra time and then a shootout, I'd be even more upset, because
Really?
I don't think extra time needs to be in a group stage.
Okay.
Like, this is a group stage. The whole point is you're just seeing who's going to progress. So share it. They're changing up the football just a little bit too much.
Yeah.
That doesn't I don't even know if it makes it a little bit more exciting. Penalties in a group stage is not. You see that in open play. We're not looking for a penalty shootout in group stages. Group stage is not that serious in the sense of you don't want to go to a penalty shootout in a group stage. We save that for knockouts when we know it's do or die. There's no do or die in a group stage for a penalty shootout.
All right.
And then imagine losing that point on the last day to penalty shootout. You draw, and you had 1-1. And again, let's say we use a example, Jamaica and Germany. And there's a draw, and it's 1-1, and Jamaica is going ahead because of goal difference or however this works. And then they go to the penalty shootout, and Germany wins, and that's it.
Right.
I mean, yes, we can still probably get best third, but that's not how you want to do it, because you take the point. You take the point that would have been that draw.
All right. So what I told about the North American fans, that's reason number 1. Reason number 2 is this. Remember, the top 2 would advance, so that's 24 teams, and it's going to be a round of 32. So you still would have to find a way to get the 8. So you're going to include the 8 best third-place teams. And quite naturally, you're going to have some of those best third-place teams that would have similar points, similar goal difference as well. So this penalty shootout, they're hoping will be that X factor to give Jamaica an edge over a Vanuatu, Solomon Islands, who might finish 3rd in their group.
See, I'm getting it. It's just, I think when you sit down and you're trying to reason out the math in the group standings and how many different ways that can change, because, like when we're looking down, we're looking at permutations, and we've seen when France was playing Tunisia, and Tunisia went top of the group at some point, right?
Exactly.
You can't get that live change in group standings, because a draw means nothing. There's no point there. So you can't change on a draw until a penalty shootout.
Yeah.
So there's also no little excitement there when you're watching how the group standings are changing every game, because you can't change it unless you're winning.
You can't. And that's an important factor that we have to analyze and consider as well. A few more comments have been coming in the chat, and we'll take that as well as Joel's reaction to it as well. Damien, as you said must be an American thing. Tamaya says, that question about the 1 point makes sense now. Oh, regarding if it's what Joel was saying earlier in relation to the bonus point. I get it from that angle, yeah. Ray Stewart says, rubbish, don't need to hear anything more, because that would be the draw point, no? Yeah. Ray says, let's keep the World Cup standard up, because I think that is what makes it special. Okay. All right. And Richard Dean, big up, Knife. Hope you're doing good. Really hope Reggae Boys can make it to the next World Cup, because the opportunity this time is there for the taking. That aside, keep up the good work. Much appreciated, and thank you very much for tuning in. If you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Really, really appreciate it. Big up, Knife. So yeah, back to the discussion that we're having.
I just remember the discussion I was having with somebody when I was recently in America, and I asked them why they didn't really watch football, and then I had to make the distinction of football, right?
And the S word.
Yeah. I figured I squashed that one out, so it was just football and then American football.
Right.
I didn't even try and get that soccer argument in.
Okay.
And his thing was, he couldn't. It bothers him to watch a game for 90 minutes that can end in a draw, or, well, ideally end in a draw, or just one goal scored, as opposed to American football where you're looking at least 21 points, 17 to 21 points. And
yeah, and
but that's what he was saying. So I kind of understand, but at the same time, this is World Cup. You don't need American fans to fill that stadium. It's a World Cup. Yeah, World Cup fans, every country and their citizens are going to be there. You don't need Americans to fill that stadium. We absolutely don't. So to try and do this to get Americans to want to watch the sport a little more, I think it's just stupid. Do it in your MLS games. Start doing this in your MLS games and create rules for your competitions, because again, you're not filling stadiums with American citizens. You're not filling the stadiums with Canadian citizens. You're filling the stadiums with supporters from countries all around the globe
that view football as a religion, not as a
exactly.
recreation.
So they don't need any more excitement, and they don't need a shootout in a group stage to make it exciting to want to go and watch. Americans are going to still sit down on their couch and maybe watch it if it shows on their TVs.
Yeah. If it's a USA game, I guess.
If it's a USA game, because they're not going to watch anything else. So why change it to try and include them when they're not going to watch it? And it's not even to say that it's not going to entice them to try and watch it a little bit more. They're not going to spend their money because other countries have already bought their tickets. So other supporters are already there. It's not like we're waiting to see if they can fill the stadium to have this exciting new change of rules.
A few more comments in the chat. Jamal says, I 100% agree with Joel. So clearly you're getting some fans in the comments. Really, really appreciate that. Alexi says, have to remember the American market is arguably the biggest one in the world. I hear what you're saying, Alexi. I hear what you're saying, 100%. We know that their marketing tool is powerful, especially when it comes to other sports. But, regardless of whether the Americans are there or not, 1 billion people turn their eyes towards this greatest show on earth every 4 years. We're talking about 20% of the entire planet being glued towards this, the most watched sporting event ever.
I mean, America needs to get over themselves. They have baseball World Series for one country. Yeah. Right? Again, we talk about it. Every 4 years, it's one of the most watched competitions ever. Just because you're hosting it, it does not make it your competition. It's still FIFA's competition. You're currently hosting it. It's not going to change the views because of where it's being hosted. Everybody was up in arms about it being hosted in Qatar. It hasn't changed the views.
It hasn't at all. Yeah.
It hasn't changed the fact that people still going to go there and support their team.
Right.
It hasn't changed anything.
Yep, you're right, 100%. Alexis says, have to remember the Yeah, you said the American market Bolliker is cheering for France. Lexi, it's all about cashing in as much as possible. Not like I agree with it though. Tamaya says, I understand that because the World Lacrosse has their own rules and USA Lacrosse has their own rules too, because all countries make a decision and it's not just for the US. Yeah, I understand what you're saying because, for what the Americans do and what they want to do for their game. I fully get what you're saying. Jamal says, the World Cup ought to be the standard of the game. Don't change the game for a single group of people. Alexis says, we're definitely on the same page. Okay, great. And as Jamal has echoed on more than one occasion, it is the world's game. Yeah. So
I'm a little bit disappointed in that decision.
The good news is we're in 2022 and we still have 3.5 years where that could be adjusted.
The reason I'm a little bit disappointed in the decision is because if you're going to do it in the FIFA World Cup for 2026, that means it has to be adjusted for all qualifying tournaments at this point in time, because why not qualify the same way you're going to play?
Yeah.
You're going to change qualifying. Imagine South America. You know what that would have done in the table? You know what that does to a table?
Can you imagine at the National Stadium, Jamaica versus Trinidad, a penalty shootout?
And then a shootout?
Yeah.
Because what we're saying, because we had spoken about, I think it was with Conrad, the extra time, I think it was?
Extra time, right.
And that teams now need to train to accommodate this new amount of extra time.
Correct.
If you're going to change how World Cup is being played, that means you need to change how you're qualifying for World Cup.
Correct.
And then if you're going to change that, you might as well change all FIFA standard, like, competitions, Gold Cup, Copa America, everything should be changed based on what is going on. That is a lot to really get used to, and that's not what you want to see. Imagine Euros. We're going to Euros and it's a penalty shootout.
Yeah, the reason why, you see, I was chuckling wasn't about what you said at all, because, everything that you're saying is absolutely serious, and I wanted to make clearly to the viewers as well, what Joel said, everything has been to the T, spot on, but this comment has to be read. Kev, what is wrong with you? Let's take away the offside rule while we're at it so more goals can be scored, more entertainment for the Americans. And it doesn't stop there, folks. He said also, let's get rid of goalkeeper.
Might as well at this point in time. USA just has a... And just give USA an open goal to scoring at this point in time. Like
10v10, no keepers.
Just get rid of them all. We can't have Suarez back. We can't have Suarez and the hand of Suarez.
The hand of Suarez.
The hand of Suarez can come back.
That would be interesting. Can you imagine a football match ending 37-21?
I mean, I'm pretty sure that they'd enjoy all of that, right? But I mean, I'm thinking Gold Cup is next year.
Correct, yes.
CONCACAF president just came out with this, which means
Correct.
if you're going to try it,
it would be in the...
You're going to try it in the Gold Cup. I don't want to see this. I don't want to be guinea pigs. I don't want guinea pigs to be World Cup either, but I don't want to be guinea pigs. This is madness.
Yeah, you just hit the nail on the head there. The Gold Cup is next summer. And there's another Gold Cup 2025.
Copa America is coming up too.
Yeah.
This
a Nations League.
This is not the shake-up we want. This is not the shake-up we need.
At all.
It doesn't make sense. And then not only do you have that, but then you'll have, like, you go to Champions League, it's not really going to be in Champions League. This is like country. This is national football, international football. So you get into club competitions. Are they going to feel this across club competitions too? Because, why not just make it a standard again?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah. So the part that I'll admit that is set in stone is the part with the 4 groups and the 12 teams.
Yes,
What is still in the proposal phase is the penalty shootout that is in the group stages of the competition in itself. They still are trying to find a way. How do we get 8 best third place winners? Do we do as we have done already?
The same way we get it. The same way we get the second place to go into the round of 16. It's never failed you before. You just have 12 more teams to try and figure out down to 8. It's never failed them before. You're just not comparing with 4 teams. You're comparing with 8. And then the only other thing I can think of is now what we've seen in this World Cup, where we've had a few groups, which is 7. What was it? 7-4-4-3.
Oh, in terms of the points, yeah.
In terms of
7, 4,
points,
4, 3, yeah.
would you then call best third just third place, or best third based on points?
Mm-hmm.
Because now you've shaken that completely up, and you could get 8 teams from A to D. If they have better point standings and better goal difference, what are you going to use as best third? Best third in the groups, or best third as standings, if you're going to shake it up this way?
You know, a suggestion was just made to me by Jamal. What about different tiebreakers to avoid scenarios like this from happening 3.5 years from now, so that we can avoid situations like this in the future? At least the authenticity of it is there.
I mean, I agree with that. I'm just saying, like, if we're thinking about this, right, and you're shaking it up this way, where you're just like, oh, we're going to shoot out for that second point, so you get 2 points instead of the 1 point shared for the draw. Does that mean you're going to shake up what you consider the eight next best teams? Because again, if the bottom of the table for A to D all have, say, 5 points, right?
Right.
They just have 5 points. They just never made it in the top 2.
Right.
That could be your 8 best teams. So are you going to go for third in the table, or 8 best next qualifiers? Because you're creating a system now where that can be a reality, and it's not going to be the next out of the 12 third place teams that you're choosing 8. It could be out of the next 24 teams that you're choosing 8.
Yeah.
It's absolutely stupid. And too much work.
Yeah, we will get back to the France versus Poland discussion, but before that, just a few more comments. Alexis says, 37-21, that scoreline would sound familiar to Americans. Can you imagine somebody scoring 10 goals in a game? Okay, Damian Jones, American sports is stats-driven, with each game needing to end with a win or loss to validate the stats. They don't get the nuances of football. Okay, so that's something to consider. So Joel Lewandowski. Yeah.
Got his first goal again for a World Cup.
Yeah. Last roll of the dice.
Last roll of the dice. There is that thing with that underdog. It's like the World Cup of underdogs right now. We were talking about the France lineup. France has gone back to, they're not shaking it up anymore. They said no, not again.
Right.
Deschamps has gone back to what he wants. Poland, it's going to be a very interesting game. I mean, they meet each other often enough for this to be quite the game. We're going to see Lewandowski really try and get it there. Giroud can break the French goal scoring World Cup record, sorry.
He can.
He's tied now.
Well, Mbappe, he has 7 goals. Another 7 to go to beat the French record. But Giroud, 1 more to be France's all-time.
Yeah, he can beat that record.
Yes, of Thierry Henry. Yeah, so that's a record he can break. This man, certainly on a mission. 7 more goals, and he will be the French all-time leading goal scorer. And, you know, perhaps when you bear in mind Miroslav Klose has 16 goals, another World Cup under his belt, and he could be the highest scorer ever in World Cup history. But did you find it, amusing, Joel, that, Mbappe came on against the Tunisian, so did Griezmann and Dembele.
They said they put out all stops after a while. They're like, no, this is embarrassing.
Half an hour in the game.
And it was still embarrassing. I mean, you have to give it up for some of these teams and their discipline when it comes to defense. Because you're seeing all of these people who, right now, we're calling the big hitters in forwards, right? They're scoring their goals. There's no doubt that they're scoring their goals, and you're still able to lock them out. There is a level of discipline over there, and they've put their head down, parking the bus. Tapa would be very proud. They never broke that bus.
Right.
And I mean, it still goes to show that it doesn't matter who is out there. We've seen games Messi hasn't scored. We've seen games Ronaldo hasn't scored, minus his hair, but hasn't scored. And I mean, it's not where it is that, okay, these players are on the field and you just expect a goal to come. It's no longer that, which is refreshing. No matter where we are, it's refreshing.
Yeah, your good friend is in the comments, and he says, Japan are the World Cup dark horses. If one of them, a Spain for win, you heard it here first. Yeah.
Fraud Squad.
Yeah, Mr. Jev himself. Good morning, sir.
Mr. Fraud Squad.
How are you doing? How was Senti? Everything well? You bring back some rum? No? Yes? Maybe so?
Japan, the dark horses.
Yeah, because he's having them to get the better of Croatia. And that would be Brazil, Japan in the quarterfinals.
I mean, if you think about it, South Korea can get a surprise over Brazil too.
Yes.
If they have that, they have that discipline. Like that late goal against Portugal was it's quite something.
Indeed, it certainly was.
Could get Japan against South Korea.
Japan, South Korea.
I'm sorry, president of the Brazil fan club.
Yeah, Conrad. It's an Argentina, South Korea semi-finals. South Korea, England final.
You're
Wouldn't
really
that
out
be
there. I mean, we're gonna have to let's get past the France game.
Yeah, let's get past the Senegal one. Yeah.
Then let's get past the England. Let's take it one step at a time.
One step at a
Always
time.
said, "Oh, count our chickens before that."
Agreed, 100%. So just the lineups on the French perspective. Hugo Lloris, the man between the sticks, he maintains his position from that angle. Koundé is at right back. Theo Hernandez at left back. We all know what happened to his older brother in the first game of the tournament against Australia. Central defence, Raphael Varane and Upamecano. Interesting one, no Saliba in for the French in this game. Tchouaméni and Rabiot in midfield. In front of them, Dembele, Antoine Griezmann, Kylian Mbappe, and up top, Olivier Giroud. The Polish side, Wojciech Szczesny between the sticks. Kiwior, Glick, and Berezynski in central defence. Matty Cash, the English-born Matty Cash. Remember Aston Villa? Yeah, Leon Bailey's teammate. Yeah, he's at right back for the Polish outfit. Frankowski at left back, Kryarek and Zimanski in the middle. Kraminski and Zielinski just behind Robert Lewandowski.
It's a very interesting thing. I have a different lineup. Well, not different people.
Yeah.
Just different formation because I was looking at this one.
You're right. Yeah, so that's how they look in attack. That's how they look in attack. Behind the ball, they look slightly different. Yeah,
you look like you just lock up shop right now. You just said, nope, you shall not pass.
No, thou shall not pass. Yeah, I can understand that completely. So yeah, when Poland are not in possession, I expect them to have that shape.
Yeah.
Which means that the French is going to have to be a bit more penetrative in possession.
Oh, coach said it best. Ball enough for touch ground before between defense and attack.
Yes, Dexter's Lab. Morning,
they
sir.
Have to go over.
Yeah.
Because I don't see I mean they have the skill to get through it, but it's gonna be hard because I mean this is, as we said, last roll of the dice for Lewandowski. He may not even play up the front as much. We might just see him really defending just because he'd rather not the goal score and then try to get the counter. But once a goal scores, it's harder to get back with that French team.
Yeah, just a few more comments coming in. Alexis says, I have Japan going to the quarterfinals as well. Yeah, I think a number of people have that perspective. Nation Ricardo Bird says, where can you watch the game? You can watch it online or on TV, but you can watch the watch along right here, like what you're doing. See Joel's reaction when Poland scores.
Lewandowski.
Yeah, and she running up and down the studio. You should have seen her for Qatar's goal. That was excitement.
We should have seen us for the South Korea second goal.
Oh yeah, that's right. South Korea's second goal.
Senegal's goal, Ecuador's goal.
Wow, yeah.
There are quite a bit of reactions.
Exactly. It's a shame you guys didn't see my reaction from Maguire hitting the post.
Oh.
Yeah, that was something.
Yeah.
I think only Joel saw it. I think so.
If you want to see Simon have a heart attack, watch England versus the post.
You know, it's a compelling case because Jev is going to the JPL match today, and we should have thought this through. If Senegal wins, somebody needs to host a show. Somebody needs to host a show. Jev, can you make a U-turn and turn around? Alexia, are you gonna fly to Kingston today? You know, because
somebody's gonna have to host a show.
Yeah, Jamal only has two hands. You know what I'm saying? So. You have to say, come on, England, come on, guys. You guys know the drift already.
Hey, Jamal, we already know Jamal trying to shake it up, so Jamal clearly was coming here to host the show.
Yeah, it was a plan. You're right. I didn't think about it this time. Maguire hitting the post. Yes, Alexia against Iran.
Yeah, that was a very interesting thing. I thought he was going to burst a blood vessel there.
Yeah. England against Senegal. You keep Rashford in the team for that one, because the game against Wales, the last one, it showed him more.
The interesting thing about their like Sterling, Rashford, Saka is how interchangeable you can use them based on the plan that you want. I mean, they all run, they all can cut in, they all have that kind of same style. There's a little bit of difference, but it just depends on what you really want and who can do it. As we had mentioned before, if we have like Grealish, Walker, Foden, there's some interplay that will go there with Sterling. That is just second nature to them now. And that's always useful because, you know, you can't really follow that too much because you're not really sure. It just looks like they're passing the ball into no man's land, but somebody's there because they know what's going on. I think we're going to have to trust Southgate, and Southgate does what Southgate does. But I think they're generally interchangeable. Again, if you don't start Rashford, he still has that speed to go against the defense 60 minutes, 70 minutes in. Right. So I don't think it's going to be detrimental from a United point of view. You'd want to start him, get them up there. But for England, I don't... It just depends on the game plan that they're playing.
Correct.
And who is best suited to start. Because we know any one of them can come on and run at a defense. Any one of them. No doubt.
No doubt there.
But do we start at Henderson?
I understand. And it wouldn't surprise me to see that happen. You know, definitely Rice will play. Bellingham will play. So that other option in the midfield. Do you go with, we're going to go all out lads, Maddison, or that stability with Henderson?
You have to figure that out because you can't knock a stability in these games because Senegal is really coming out there, but at the same time, stability over ability to recover is where we're at now. Because, again, we saw with that Senegal second goal, it was 31 seconds. It was 31 seconds between Ecuador scoring and Senegal taking back the lead.
Yeah.
So they're clearly running at you, albeit through there was a foul and the free kick, but 31 seconds is a very, very short time to try and recover.
Yeah. You're right. Just a question in the chat as well, guys. You know, let us know your thoughts. Who are your dark horses? That's a question in the chat. Who are your dark horses? Let us know your thoughts. Alexi says, definitely keep Rashford in the team. The boy has 3 goals. I say start Foden and Rashford again. They were extremely entertaining against a stubborn Welsh side. All right. Okay. I guess the question mark would be Henderson, Rice, Bellingham, or Rice, Bellingham, Mount, or Rice, Bellingham, Maddison, or Rice, Bellingham, Foden. And that way, you can have a Rashford, you can have a Saka, and you can have a Harry Kane. But then, because as much as I would love to see Sterling play, I don't see him starting in this game. It's a criminal. It's a difficult one to be bearing in mind because you have to pick players that did well. And last game, most of the 11 that started against Wales gave a good account of themselves. So
they really did. I think my thing is, again, my thing was always looking at how Senegal plays, because you play against Wales, I mean, you won against Wales, and that's all fine, and we're all happy about it.
Right.
But then when you looked at how Senegal played against Ecuador, you really also still have to keep their game in mind, not to try and counter their game, but to understand what they're throwing at you, and can your players deal with it. And as I said, you can have stability, but do we have stability over the ability to recover? Because, again, Senegal are not going to ease up. And, I mean, Maguire has to be on his game right now because, again, recovery is a thing. They're going to come at you. I expect England to go at Senegal's goal. I expect Senegal to come at England's goal. It's just whether they can actually get there based on style of play. So that would be a very interesting, when the lineup comes out, that would be very interesting to see on both ends.
Yeah. Interesting times ahead, folks. You know, just a few more minutes before the teams walk onto the field, sing their respective national anthems, and kick off for France against Poland. Before we make our transition into our watch along, let me get Joel's thoughts about her thoughts heading into the Poland-France game. For me personally, I would love a Poland victory. I would love that very much. But the quality
I
of
feel
the
like we
country.
have a different reason to wanting a Poland victory.
Yeah, I feel so too. Yeah.
I'm here with Lewandowski here for his last World Cup.
Yeah.
But with the quality on the French side, it's going to be a rough one. But it's not impossible. I mean, we've seen this World Cup. Nothing is impossible here.
Folks, whenever Joel says you never know, then the quote-unquote underdog wins that game. Whenever she says you never know, then...
I did say that about Tunisia.
You did, yes.
You never know.
Yes.
Tunisia can come out and just shake things up because France already won. I mean, qualified, but shake it up. I didn't see the Morocco one. I did not see the Morocco one.
Yeah.
I mean,
the Japan-Spain one, yeah.
Jeff, I still have you up for that. You guys couldn't just get a draw. Just a draw.
Yeah.
Just needed a draw.
Costa Rica and Japan going through.
3 minutes. All of the glorious minutes.
Oh.
And then, I mean, that, you know, and it's those things that we're going to miss when they shake up the World Cup in 2026. Because we're not going to see that permutation. We're not going to be looking at that and say for 3 glorious minutes, the hearts of the Spanish, the Germans break. 3 glorious minutes.
Yeah, we're going to rely on Junior Flemings to score the winner in the shootout.
Oh, God. Waliboo.
Yeah.
Waliboo too.
Yeah.
Possibly Bailey, if he rectified things with JFF, so possibly Bailey.
I think he might just kick the first kick, you know, leader, stand by example. Leader in the sense of on the pitch. I don't know the armband element just yet.
Yeah, because I was about to but I mean, at the same time, you know, thinking about it as well, one other aspect that they'd have to do is a lot of mental preparation for the fact that if you're going to play a competition that goes straight into shootouts from group stages, that's a lot of pressure in a group stage at the same time. I understand we're all professionals and we're out there to play, but that's a lot of pressure in a group stage.
Yeah. Quite a bit,
We'll
folks.
see.
I say France 2-1, folks.
I'm hoping Lewandowski gets 2.
Lewandowski gets 2.
2-2 and penalty shootouts.
2-2. Okay. Penalty shootouts. And a penalty shootout can go either way, as we know.
But they're going
Flip
to
of the
extra
coin.
time first, right?
Yeah, extra time first. Yeah.
All right, somebody will win in extra time. I don't think he's going to go to penalty shootouts yet.
Not yet. Okay.
I think by the time you get extra time, you're tired. Because you have the extra added time, so you know the extra 15 minutes you play, plus the extra 30 minutes. You're playing another half. You're tired.
Yeah. But you played sports competitively. You know that when you give your all, this is the World Cup, so these players are going to give everything.
Everything.
When you give everything, sometimes you find a different level to you, and
you
you
know,
might
there's
perform.
you always step up a little bit more. You give a little bit more than you thought you had to give.
Yeah.
But really and truly, even at this point in time, it's a lot of ask with the amount of extra time that you're playing, because we're not looking at the England game where, you know, we had the 40 minutes in the first half because of an injury. It wasn't really a stoppage and startage of play. It was stopped for a while. So coming back to that, I mean, they just pretty much finished. But when you're starting a game and you see in the 10 minutes, because I mean, we talked about the mental aspect of this extra 10 minutes.
Correct.
But you're doing the extra 10 minutes, you had an extra 5 minutes in the first half, that's a 15 minute. You're doing 30 minutes for extra time, that's 45 minutes, that's another half.
True.
That's quite a bit, and I don't think anybody has trained specifically to try and play three 45-minute sessions.
All right, folks, this is where we make our transition to set up our chairs and everything, and you know, head over to the France versus Poland encounter. Stick with us in a few, and you'll definitely see the reactions of us, the panel, and everything of that nature, and keep you up to date as to what's happening in the encounter as a whole. So we'll definitely make that prediction. So let me show you and remind you of the fixtures I have for the round of 16, and you'll see this graphic on your screen while we get prepared for our watch along. All right, folks, we're back. France against Poland. A few minutes gone in the contest, still 0-0. A couple of records in this game to make note about. Hugo Lloris will equal Lilian Thuram as the most capped player in the history of French football today. 142 appearances. The Polish are high pressing. Okay. All right. Okay. This is a compelling one. He also equals Thierry Henry and Fabien Barthez for the joint most World Cup appearances for the Blues. Solid work he's been.
Oh, this is a cagey match. Already, 5 minutes
Already.
in.
And you know, I don't mind at all.
Oh, nice.
And we have had 30 penalty shootouts in the history of a World Cup.
Never in the group stages.
Never in the group stages. Never in the group stages. Stay tuned, folks. That could change.
They're
Yeah.
shaking it up.
Shaking it up.
30 could go up to God knows how many. I mean, imagine the amount of draws we had.
Yeah.
The amount of draws we had in group stages this World Cup.
Right.
That would like
Double it.
triple it
Yeah, triple.
in just group stages alone.
Group stages alone, yeah. Exciting times, the French having fun on that right hand side. Something just tells me that Poland is going to do something.
Magnificent, whichever way it goes.
Yeah, that's what I feel. Either goalkeeping brilliance or goal. You know, Poland actually likes team goals.
They generally do. I honestly think sometimes that's why Lewandowski doesn't score. He's
Yeah.
starting it off.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, he scored, but just never at the World Cup, except for just recently.
Right. Go to the top.
Almost there.
Yeah. I just have to get a bit of time.
So the two had something, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's F8. Bro, don't fix it.
I saw the
F8,
comments,
bro,
yeah.
Don't fix it.
Yeah.
Why are we fixing something that's not broken? Because now they're really gonna have to look at that best 8.
Yeah, yeah. Third place teams, yeah. 12 times 2 is 24. Yeah. No, is right there. 24 plus 8 is 30. 12 groups. So 4 third place winners are going home.
No, but the question is, if they're changing up how you're going to score points, would they change up what they would consider best 8, the next best 8? Because, as I said, A to D can have the best 8 in terms of points.
Right.
Do you send them home because do you send 4th place home
Yeah.
because they're just 4th in the table?
Ah, I see what you mean. Yes, yes, because you could have a 4th place team that is better than a 3rd in the next group. I fully get what you're saying, yeah.
So are we going to look at the entire 24 again and pick the best 8 out of the entire 24? Or are you going to cap it at who came 3rd in their groups as the best?
Imagine you finish at the bottom of your group and you still advance to the next round. Yeah, there's a number of teams that got 4 points in this tournament, and they're heading home. But it is what it is, you know. So, but yeah, the French, they have having the lion's share of possession in these opening 8 to 9 minutes. Mbappe, as predicted, occupying that left-hand side quite well. The Polish being pushed back, showing that razzmatazz and skill. That change of pace is absolutely brilliant. But what a goalkeeper it has been, what a tournament it has been for Wojciech Szczesny in this tournament. And you know, during his time at Arsenal, not many people gave him the praise at all. So, 10 minutes. Spent 8 years at Arsenal, played 130 odd games. Went on loan at Brentford, went on loan at Roma. He's been at Juve for 5 seasons now. He's 32. Would you guys see him back in England, Wojciech Szczesny? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. How do you feel about that? Would you see Szczesny back? This is the second World Cup. So, remember Blaszynkowski? Jakub Blaszynkowski? Yeah. So, Arthur Burke. Eleven minutes gone. Kunde occupying that right back sort of position.
Right, I don't have the most luck yet where when I leave and come back I go score.
Yeah.
So,
I guess it only happens with the Dutch.
only a Dutch.
Yeah.
It's only your team and your luck.
Yeah. Only works for Jamal. Yeah.
Is Szczesny's last one too?
Szczesny's 32 now, so
No, he has a few more in him.
yeah. Absolutely. Definitely has a few more in him. I was saying to myself, where's Fabianski? Where's Fabianski? And I'm like, oh, Poland stopped using him. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting to see some of these keepers back that, you know, like you're watching Premier League, they've come out of Premier League and then you kind of lost track of them for a little bit and then you see them back and you're just like, oh, they're still here,
Yeah, exactly.
you know?
They've still been around.
They're still around,
Yeah.
they're still kicking.
Alive and kicking. 12 minutes gone and it's still 0-0. For Poland, they would say we're winning 0-0. For France, they'll say we haven't scored in a while.
And
It's really-
2026 says we're going to a shootout. I mean, round of 16 that have gone to one as
Yeah.
well, but
Yeah, can you imagine? Oh,
Ooh.
good save. Wojciech Szczesny.
get down and low very quickly.
I mean, Mbappe is not even 25 and he's almost completed football. He's won a World Cup. He's won Ligue 1. I mean, he hasn't won a Euros, fine. But he hasn't won the Champions League yet. But he's probably said to myself, look, I've won one of the most coveted
Prestigious.
trophies in the world, so yeah.
I mean, he can hold a World Cup, right? Past
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. I mean, it's inevitable. At some point, he will join Real Madrid. So he can be able to lift a La Liga title and perhaps a Champions League crown. And then you'll be complete in football by the time he's 28, 29.
Ronaldo has everything but the World Cup at this point. right?
Exactly, yeah.
Champions League, Premier League,
League.
La Liga.
Exactly.
Does he have the Serie?
He does, yes.
does.
Yeah.
He just needs to go to Germany,
Yeah. Yeah.
Germany, get their Bundesliga trophy in, and
Yeah.
it's like everywhere.
Yeah, that would be top 5. Messi has League 1.
And Copa.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's gotten something.
That is something, yeah. And then you'd have the hardcore Messi fans that would say, but he's won an under-20 World Cup. He's won an Olympic gold medal. He's won more Olympic gold medals than Asafa Powell.
Uh,
That's where people are going.
I mean, if you really want to, if you're going to nitpick at things to prove why they're great.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's done what he's done. He's shown us what he's done. So there's no dispute in what he's accomplished.
Mm-hmm.
albeit whether it's one club or not, it's still an accomplishment. Like, very few people stay at a club as long as he has. That in itself is an accomplishment. I mean, even if you think about like NBA, Kobe was at the Lakers for like pretty much his entire career, right?
Yeah,
and
pretty much.
like, you don't get that. You don't get somebody staying for that long. So kudos to him.
Yeah.
Being able to play in different leagues, kudos to Ronaldo.
Right. Absolutely. The era of Paul Scholes at one club their entire life, the one club people. I don't think you're going to see that.
You don't see that anymore. It's too franchised.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm trying to think if there's anyone right now that could, but all right, so Rashford is at United. Even when or if United doesn't view him as a asset anymore, he might do a season in MLS, so he wouldn't be a one club player. So it's hard for me to think which player right now could spend the rest of their career. Could Ansu Fati? Yeah, at a club, yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's hard to say. Alexi says, I hate how this Poland side has set up this World Cup, and I imagine it was like this during qualifying. Yes, Alexi. England faced them in the qualifiers, and it was extremely frustrating.
Painful.
Playing against them, honestly.
I mean, Poland at this point is, if it not broke, they'll fix it.
That's basically what they're saying. Last 16 of a World Cup for the first time since '86. That wasn't even our own then.
Oh, that is the one had the Mexico-Poland game.
Yeah. They're not set up to create anything except depend on Zielinski and Lewandowski. Yeah, I see that evident, Alexi. For sure. You're 100% spot on there. But here comes the French. Shifting right, shifting left, and wow, good save there from Chesney. It was so funny, like when Dembele was warming up on the sidelines against Tunisia, and Dexter was like, "Who that on the sidelines?" Oh, please tell me you saw the video about the kangaroo part.
Kangaroos.
Kangaroo.
How you going to be losing to a side where kangaroos are their animal, and cricket is our national sport.
Yes. Bench.
Me don't like that haircut. Bench.
Yeah, bench. So hold on, you score one goal, which was a penalty, and you try to tee if your teammate goal? Bench. It's classic. Hilarious. 17 minutes, folks, and it's still 0-0. And here comes Poland on the right. Matty Cash. Matty Cash comes centrally. And ball over the top, nothing to lower.
The only issue I have with Poland's attack is almost what I have with when England tries to attack sometimes. There's like nobody in the box.
Right.
Why try and cross the ball? There's like nobody that you're going to hit.
Doesn't make any sense at all. Well, this is interesting. Okay, so the Dutch, they have a Dutch-born coach. Argentina, Argentine-born coach. Japan, Japanese-born coach. Croatia, Croatian coach. Brazil, Brazilian coach. South Korea, Portuguese coach. England, England coach.
Saudi Arabia, French coach.
Yeah, Saudi Arabia, French coach. Yeah, folks, if you haven't seen that video with the translator, I would do the same thing, yeah.
So your coach yells at you in English, for your translator to yell back at you.
In Arabic, yeah.
In Arabic, because they can't speak French.
Exactly.
But the passion in the amount of anger from both the coach and the translator at the same time, he's like, you're going to feel his anger right now because I'm hearing it.
Yeah.
You say, you have Messi walk through your back line, you take 4 make picture with Messi.
After the game. Yes. مرحبا اسمي بارول سررت بلقائك. Such strong words. Oh, Dembele. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. 19 minutes gone. And it's still 0-0. France with that 4-2-3-1. Potent front 4, to be quite frank with you.
Such a skill there. We're going.
Hold it. What do the French have on the bench as options? Well, the French have Benjamin Pavard, Axel Desailly, Matteo Guendouzi, Randall Colomwani, Yusuf Fofana, Jordan Verbo, William Saliba, Kingsley Coman, Camavinga, and Marcus Thuram. One player who Jamal and I have spoken about, Marcus Thuram, who would want to see in this tournament. It's actually a funny story, folks. His father is Lilian Thuram, who actually won the World Cup with France in '98. And his father, they asked him, why is your first name Marcus? Oh, he's named after Jamaica's national hero, Marcus Garvey.
Ooh.
Out!
In right hand we trust.
In right hand we trust. Olivier Giroud. Go, counter them, guys. Waste.
They don't
Go.
have people up there.
All right, release the ball now. Shot taken from distance. Oh.
Just wide.
Yeah. Lewandowski.
Trying to get your second World Cup goal there.
Yeah, that was his goal. His attempt there. Yeah. Not bad. Is that offside? No.
Okay, so just do away with the offside rule too. Get rid of all the rules. Get rid of everything that makes sense in football right now. All that.
Let's just shake it up even more.
No more shake-ups.
No more shake-ups?
No more shake-ups.
Next thing you hear, a win is 4 points. You know what was under consideration but was squashed? A 0-0 draw, 1 point, but a goal-scoring draw, 2 points.
I feel like Jamal and I have the same reaction every time we hear this stupidness that comes out of these people's brains.
Yeah, so you're given an incentive for people to go and score goals.
But I don't think people are trying not to score goals. I mean, who really goes out there and say, oh, 0-0 draw, that's what we're going for?
Yeah, because at the end of the day, okay, look, guys, if we both score, that's 2 points for us. But we keep it 0-0, it doesn't help us. It's 1-1.
But apart from when before FIFA changed rules and they had the last group games played at the same time, right?
Yeah.
Who really goes out there and says, yo, let's just play for a 0-0 draw?
I don't think anybody does play for a 0-0 draw.
So, I mean, what's the incentive to score goals is that you have national pride and you want to win. That's the whole point.
Well said. Go on, Dowski. That wasn't the best ball in the world.
No, but he was able to keep that in.
Yeah.
Whether he can do anything with it, you know.
Yeah, that's another question. Rabiot, I've been really impressed with him in this tournament. And here comes Mbappe.
Nope.
But Matty Cash to the rescue. Aston Villa will be proud, my friend.
I'm so confused. Where do people come up with these things that we're incentivizing you to score?
I'll be frank with you, and it has come from basically suggestions that have been given from different confederations, like Oceania. Yeah.
I mean, again, not if you're qualifying for World Cup. Because, I mean, imagine what our group standings would have looked like.
Yeah. Yeah, because a 1-1 draw, Jamaica, USA, that's 2 points for Jamaica.
We could have qualified. We could have made it through to the round of 16.
Yeah.
We would have had 5.
Yeah. You're right.
I mean,
what other was under consideration?
Imagine the fact that you're trying to incentivize somebody to score more than the fact that you can win.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, let's score. You score 1. We just have 2 points here.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Can they do something? Movement.
Okay.
Nobody's there.
There is movement on the Polish side. I'll give them that.
A little bit more than we're used to.
Matty Cash overlapping. I'd like him to underlap more, to be quite frank, though. But he needs the help.
You know, this part of the football that Jamaicans don't know how to play. Pass the ball around.
Yeah.
Coach say,
Keep
defense
the
the
ball.
forward.
Yes, keep the ball in the air. Oh, good ball. Can you keep it in?
Japanesque.
Oh,
That looks like a Japanese backline there.
it did, yes. Maybe they were watching the Japanese for advice and help. You know. Okay. Yeah, the spell of the last 4 to 5 minutes. Polish possession. Progression. Olivier Giroud is like, what's going on, guys? What are we going to do? We got to do something. Okay, switch to play. Kept in. Are you going to give him any help or what?
What happened?
That's not a foul, ref? I thought so.
Yeah, like, you never tripped over his ghost self.
The referee for today's game is Jesus Valenzuela from Venezuela.
Ouch.
The referee of the England game is Ivan Barton from El Salvador. So a CONCACAF ref in the England game.
Can that help us? Us as none. I'm gonna go for England for a little bit here.
Yeah,
Can that help us?
thank you.
You're welcome. I won't be Jamal here. I'm gonna support England. No, I won't be Jamal.
Yeah. I think he's just, just wanted to shake it up. That's all.
Him just don't want to face England.
No. I think he could get past Argentina. Yeah, I think so. Genuinely.
He's looking at his permutations ahead. He's
Yeah.
does not want to play
Yeah.
England. I'll play Senegal instead. Again. Again.
Well, are we on the same side of the bracket? No. We're playing the final. Oh, Jamal, that would be something. Yeah. So, for example, So, the Netherlands versus Argentina.
Oh, we're on opposite.
Right, yeah. So, the Dutch could play Brazil in the semifinals.
Okay. You know, I was just talking about that with somebody recently with the schoolboy football.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, we just saw this season where Georges and Casey were in the same group. Then Georges and Casey went into the same quarters. And I said, how is that even possible? You should not be in the same group and then back in the same quarters. Why are you facing a team 3 times to get to the finals?
Yeah.
3 times to get to the finals. I think it happened once with Stats, and it was Stats and JC, and I thought it was just completely stupid.
Yeah.
Ironically, I think JC and Stats were top of their quarterfinal round robin situation, but I think it's absolutely ridiculous that to get to a final you can play the same team 4 times. I think they need to fix that a little bit and shake it up. I mean, I get that maybe they didn't want JC and Casey to face each other that early. Fine. Whatever. But the same groups should not be in the same quarters.
Yeah.
As much as you can help it, it shouldn't just be whatever. I mean, somebody should have looked at it and been like, groups are not supposed to come back and face each other. I mean, that's just pointless.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see where we can go. We're approaching 30 minutes. Are we going to get anywhere? Deadlock. Who will break it?
Who will break the
Who will
deadlock?
break it first?
And here comes the polls. And here comes the French. You have Dembele to the right, Griezmann.
Ooh.
Oh dear lord.
Oh my!
That is the miss of the World Cup.
Giroud.
Yeah, Jamal, you're going to want to see this. Trust me. And Dembele did such a good job to put it in a penetrative area.
See, now that would have been a great team goal.
Yeah.
I don't think you really want to see this. Just lock it
This was a chance.
Just lock your eye.
That's the miss of the tournament.
I mean, to be fair, we'll have some penalty misses that were quite interesting.
Yeah, I get that, but
Open goal.
I think the coach's expression says everything.
Yeah.
It is. And that's why people are split down the middle of his value and importance, especially from Arsenal days.
I mean, to be fair, Mr. Tournaments could have come in that Belgium game too.
Oh yeah, Lukaku. Yeah,
Lukaku right in front of the goal. Not
Yeah.
even running in, just right in front of the goal.
he's onside. He's onside, Mr. Ref.
Lukaku was in front of the goal to the point where all he needed to do was angle a little bit more. When that ball bounced off of him, he would have gone to goal.
Mbappe has intercepted the ball 13 times today.
Here we go again.
I don't know.
French also have nobody really in there.
I think the way that Poland has clogged
Set
the
up.
middle, yeah,
Yeah.
they're
French
gonna,
just need to go from defense to forward, coach.
it's gonna have to be Dembele or Mbappe to unlock the screws because of how Poland has set up centrally. Because that happens when you go centrally, you will lose possession, and you're gonna have Griezmann running around like
Well,
that.
I had less chicken.
There you go. Half an hour, bam, 1/3 of the game done and dusted. Oh my days. If it's Poland, England, Matty Cash, who was born in England but represents Poland, could play against the country of his birth. Interesting.
I mean, we've seen worse, wasn't it? Swiss, who had the player score against his birth
Con-
country.
Yeah, Cameroon, yeah.
Cameroon.
And it's a free kick. And a
the
yellow. Chouameni with the yellow card. The French are unhappy. Raphael Varane. His father's from Martinique in the Caribbean.
Let's see this again. Slow mo.
I would give it a foul. Yeah.
I don't think I'd have given that one a yellow. A
You
foul,
don't think you would have?
I don't think I would have given that one a yellow.
Okay.
Unless you're trying to set the tone down.
Yeah.
You're trying to set the tone then. Manage your game how you want, ref. But you've just set the tone.
Lewandowski.
We're not seeing that person lying down behind wall.
No.
Nice to see. Nice to see that we're switching it up again.
Yeah.
We're so used to that now in all free kicks.
If Lewandowski scores this, I'll chug that.
You'll chug it.
Yeah, I'll chug it. Right here, so everyone can see.
You know, Andrew have had some things here.
Yeah, we gotta make it interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe next time.
Lewandowski.
We'll do another if this happens in the middle of the show. What do you guys want to see? Let us know in the comments. Let us know. What do you guys want to see?
Jeff eat the grass. And Brazil saved him.
Good job, Matty. Cha-ching ching for Matty Cash. If Poland gets through.
I mean, we were talking about it earlier. Like, you're not really seeing too many players trying to stand out, being flashy. Like, everybody's head down, play a team game.
Correct, yes. And it's something
nice.
that you've mentioned on more than one occasion in terms of that approach, really.
I mean, looking at the French team in itself, like Mbappe could have tried to make his name even more known than it already is.
True, he could have. Okay, you still have
Ooh.
possession. All right. You have help, you have help.
Almost there.
Use the help. There you go.
I mean, if Dembele wanted, he could have tried to score that instead of passing it across.
Yeah.
They could have tried to make their name more renowned than it already is, but you're not doing it for name, you're doing it for country. Always important to remember.
Go on, pass the ball. Matty Cash. What a
Right across the face. right in that 6.
If Matty's Cash scored that. Wow.
If anybody got on the end of that. Just need a toe.
That's it.
Just need a stud. Just one stud. Mm-hmm.
35 minutes.
10 minutes out from halftime and still at a deadlock. Oh. No. Is that the mistake?
Mm-hmm.
Is that the turnover that we don't want?
Oh my word. No.
No.
Oh, into the side netting. 35 minutes gone, still 0-0.
Yeah. I wouldn't even call that flashy. Like, that's just what you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
There's no need to pass the ball there. I mean,
was there a touch? Man. You have to be sure, so I don't have a problem with that. Header out.
is that
Protection of a goalkeeper. Yeah.
You know, even that shows some experience there with Chesney because the protection of himself into that.
Yeah.
We've seen worse clashes where it's full head.
That's true.
Head is out today. Got the body, but
Petr Cech for almost 10 years wore that headband.
yeah. Show some experience there. I mean, it's an interesting, unfortunate scenario when the goalkeeper gets the head injuries.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. He's playing ice hockey right now.
What?
Petr Cech is playing ice hockey.
That should be something.
I mean, not
Unnecessary turnover of possession there.
yeah. Hugo Lloris.
Hand up in apologies. Oh, nice interplay there.
Okay, all right. Finish. Oh my
Oh.
way! What a save! Shoot
Wow.
again! Oh my word! How Poland are not in front right now is thanks to the French defense.
It was right
That
there.
was unbelievable.
It was right there.
That was 1-0 written right over it. Oh my days. Raphael Varane. Now we see why they call you Champions League Varane.
Oh no. That was like 4 shots.
What, are they checking it if you cross the line? Okay. Bam. Keeper
Definitely
save.
not
Bam.
there.
Defender save. Bam.
Definitely not there either.
Oh, Raphael Varane to the rescue. Do they keep it in? Oh.
No. That was it. But yeah, you know, gotta give credit to that defense.
All
Never
right.
stop, right?
Lloris, bam. Defender, bam. Varane, bam.
So I mean, they've left some of the Polish players free,
Yeah.
but they've covered their goal line.
Yeah.
If you're gonna leave somebody free, at least make sure you can cover that goal line. Still, so the best chance of the game was Giroud's miss.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the best chance. Hands down.
Empty goal.
6 minutes till the 45 plus stoppages.
And we're still waiting.
Mm-hmm.
1 second.
Yeah. 40 minutes. French motoring on with their possession aspect and everything. Mbappe. Yeah. Free kick for the French. Yeah, you can definitely see the Portuguese, Spanish, and Antoine Griezmann. Header out. Falls to Dembele. Chouameni, as we know, is already on a yellow for the French, so he's on his P's and Q's. Rabiot. If Poland take this game to half-time at 0-0, they'll be quite confident with that. Why did Chesney kick away the ball? Oh, Kunde was wearing jewelry. Wow, Kunde actually had on a chain, and they're telling him to take it off. Interesting, but this is something that he knew about. Just spotted out by the linesman. And this is quite interesting, actually. Would you look at that? Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, this is interesting. What's up? Hi, what's going on? All is well? Yeah. Yeah.
I don't have the mouse locked still. Only works with the Dutch.
It only works with the Dutch. It really only works with them, so yeah. It's fine. Half-time, fast approaching.
Although I really can't say which team I'd want to see with a goal when I'd come back. Not just yet.
I understand.
I think we should just do a fight out in the last 45, right?
Hit it out. Okay. Hit it out again. Yeah. Alright. Out. Okay. There you go. What's up? All is well?
This is Barry.
Barry,
Simon.
what's up? Barry, say hello to the millions online.
The millions of people online.
Yes.
That's where we're
Yeah.
at.
El Gran Hero says golazo, so I hope that is not queuing us up for a goal if he's about to score it now.
You mean?
Oh my days, please. Hold it together, Poland.
If you want to score goals,
Oh
do it
no.
at the start, do it
Oh
at the
no.
end.
Oh no.
Do it at the start of a half, do it at the end of a half.
Oh man. You're a French fan? Correct? PSG, right.
Just PSG. Do it at the start. I was just saying, if you're going to score a goal, it's the
Yeah.
start of the half, the end of a half.
Oh man. Yeah, it's just like, well, people in chat says bonjour Barry, ça va?
Ça va bien tout?
Ça va très bien, merci. Olivier Giroud
Breaking records.
creates history as France's all-time leading goal scorer, 52 internationals.
I did want to see that. Not necessarily.
Is he onside? Yes.
You just fell asleep. Just slept in that defense. Just Just there.
The good news, Poland, it's just one.
Yeah, for far goals.
Yeah, yeah.
Far goals, yeah.
Ozil, who's talked a lot about him recently too.
Giroud puts them in front.
Can Poland come back before the half?
Yes.
31 seconds of Senegal's thing. Not
What's-
getting to 31 seconds now, but can they?
I say 2 minutes of stoppage time. Will it be
Well,
more?
wait, yeah, I go to scored, so.
2? Alright, fair enough. 2. Giroud. Cross comes in. Lewandowski. Oh, into the side. Gets a corner.
Had you been on the other side of that stadium,
Yeah. Yeah. You're right.
that looks, it rattled the net.
This is it. Here comes the Poles. Deep corner.
Yes,
And Lloris.
Oh,
Oh,
he's
fumble.
He fumbled the ball.
Hugo Lloris, man. Wow.
Look at this. And it hit Lewandowski's head.
Yeah.
And it hit Lewandowski's head. That would have been a goal for
Yeah.
Lewandowski had it trickled in.
Yeah. What a way to get your second World Cup goal.
What a way to get an equalizer. Forget the second one. What a way to get an equalizer.
Yeah.
That would have been something. No one had a clue where that went.
Alright, if Poland gets an equalizer.
We're
you-
chugging
you-
that.
Yeah.
Before the half? Well,
No, second
before-
half.
Second half.
If Poland equalizes in the second half.
We're chugging it.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. El Gran here says bad fumble but great recovery. I guess.
He's just lucky.
Very fortunate.
Very lucky.
Very lucky that.
Because if that's somebody else in the box, so I'd stand behind.
Very lucky that. I mean,
Exactly.
it bounced off of Lewandowski's head, but very lucky as well that somebody was holding him.
Mm. Yeah.
Not holding him enough for a foul, but holding him because he was right. He was there to turn around.
Alright, folks, that's half time.
It's half time.
France 1, Poland 0. France 45 minutes from the quarterfinals. Poland 45 minutes from elimination, but still plenty more to come through.
It is what it is.
It is, yeah, exactly what it is.
Ball is round.
But Poland will have something to say about that. One goal is not.
Yeah, one goal is not secure.
Yeah.
Security is like a thing of at this
Yeah.
point, and unless you're playing Barcelona, right? Because we can't forget that Champions League where
Yeah.
Barcelona scored like 5 goals in 2 minutes.
Yeah. As you know, they say 2-0 is the most dangerous lead in football. 3, you have a bit of cushion.
One love is fight to the death,
Yeah.
fight to the end. Oh, so Barry, you weren't here, so we're gonna just quickly recap a little bit about this for next World Cup, right?
Oh wow, this should be fun. Yeah. But
So-
he would enjoy this as a training.
We will see where this goes. All right, so 2026.
Yeah. If you want.
You can sit up here if you
Yeah.
want.
Yeah.
But 2026, 48 teams. You know, we moved it to 48 teams.
Right.
12 groups of 4.
Yeah.
No more draws in the group stage.
Any
That is
que-
what is proposed.
Any question? Just stop. Yeah. Just stop it. Yeah.
So no more draws in the group stage. So draws go straight to penalty shootout, and you're shooting for the 2 points.
Rough.
Stupid.
Jamaica versus Trinidad. Penalty shootout at the World Cup.
I mean, again, what are the odds of them being in the same group? Because remember, we do switch out there.
Right. So 2 teams from the same confederation.
Cannot be,
But
in
cannot.
be in the same group, right?
Right.
So,
But in qualifiers, we could.
yeah, because we were just saying you're gonna have to qualify the same way you played the tournament.
That would be fun.
Tough one.
Oh, tough.
Yeah, he's so shocked right now. He's
Yeah.
speechless.
I
Like
think yeah.
he's so speechless.
I think he's just taking it all in.
Taking it all in.
Because as you
But-
know,
I know we have some world class players that are just making names for themselves on international circuit. So provided 2026 we actually do qualify, I know we have some great
yeah.
players.
But think about the group now. So there's no more draw, which means you have to shoot out for the 2 points. So you win, you get 3. You draw, you have to shoot out for 2.
Right.
And then it takes away the fact that on any end of round, so like group stages now where we saw the games going and you see the draws and you see who is qualifying based on what, you can't get that.
Right.
Because you're gonna have to wait
They
until a
just-
shootout.
Yeah, they're just moving along without the time wasting.
But part of what they're saying, what was it? America wants people to be
Well-
more invested in the sport.
Right, it's North America by extension, yeah. Jamal, could you pass my phone for me, please? I'd appreciate that. Thank
I
you.
think that's what they were saying.
Right, yeah.
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 America
No.
gets what they want.
Yeah, I mean, they're co-hosting the tournament, so that would be something for them to
And
mesh
it's-
into.
It's still stupid.
Yeah.
Still so stupid. I'm really hoping that they really think that one through and just be like, this was on our list of ideas that just don't make
Thanks.
it.
Yeah. So here's a question in the chat from Karthik Kumar. Can they combine all Caribbean island teams and make one football team like they do in cricket?
Bro, no.
Short answer is no.
No.
I mean, cricket is
I don't want it.
whole different
Mm-hmm.
set of politics by itself, but
Absolutely.
football.
And I mean, right now, remember when cricket had started back then,
Mm-hmm.
like to feel that team, it wasn't as popular as it, like say, is now because now you really have national cricket teams playing and we have the 4-day regional tournaments and everything. Like, can they disband the West Indies?
Disband the West Indies cricket team? No.
Would they want to know? But can
No.
they? Technically, yes, it would just create a whole another set of issues.
Can
That
ICC do it
literally
now?
would create-
It would create a whole nother set of issues because we're able to see where they're fielding full teams, where before, you just went to the region. They're fielding the full teams, but would you want to know?
I think also like the historical aspect.
Yeah, you
that
wouldn't
would
want
come
to.
into play as well.
Right.
And then
Yeah.
there's something again that you represent your country is one thing here, but then to represent West Indies to make it in that region is a different accolade.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
And I wouldn't want that
that's a
to seem
heavier
like
mantle
Right.
to carry.
Because even right now in cricket, you have the discussion why are there so many Barbadians in the teams or Trinis in the team. And to have that in football, and for the conversation, why is it a Jamaica and Trini team, for an example?
Yeah.
So that's another conversation.
no, not for football. I miss of the
Yeah.
tournament.
And then
Sorry.
you have an even wider conversation. Is the West Indies just English-speaking nations? Are we going to include Cuba and Haiti into the mix while they have good footballing programs as well?
Yeah, football. I wouldn't put them together.
At all, ever.
Ever.
Let's not
I think
talk
it would
about
be
him.
much more drama.
Very
than
much.
just
It would
cricket.
create a lot more competition though. It really would,
Yeah.
but not in a way that you'd really want to see.
I think the cons would outweigh the pros in that regard.
For football, yes.
Yes.
For football, yes, because for West Indies, it's pride of our region, not pride of our country. And at the end of the day, we go out and everybody's West Indies. Like that is it. It's pride of our
Yeah.
region, not pride of
Yeah.
a nation. You're looking at going from pride of a nation to trying to make it a pride of our region. This is not going to work.
Yeah, but provided, let's say, we do have one just like how they have, the West Indies. Who exactly are we going to play?
Who is going to govern it?
Where's
The West Indies Football Association.
Alright.
Yes.
We already have enough problem.
Like,
Yeah.
for
CFA.
Europe, they have like all these different leagues,
Right.
Africa, they have the African Cup of Nations, US has it.
Yeah.
So if we have like a West Indian team,
Yeah.
where exactly do we fit in on the global scale?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's another factor as well.
There's that, even if we're looking at CONCACAF now, right? Like, I can't say Barbados is out there trying for Canada to have gone through. I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, if you're going to combine everybody and we're coming from our region, I mean, I don't sit here trying to say, hey, we're out, Barbados go through.
Yeah.
There's no camaraderie there. That history is shot. Like, football goes stay separate.
Yeah, for sure.
Different one.
I think they should have more regional tournaments.
Like
but
the Caribbean Cup.
Yeah, but in the region.
Then that would also lead to the issues of, well, not really issues too much, but sponsorship.
There's sponsorship. So with the Caribbean 2020, part of the reason they don't generally go around the countries anymore is because they realize that they basically make the same profit if they stay one place. Because, I mean, you're looking at plane fares, hotels, and all of this for all going around and you're flying. And, I mean,
Yeah, because, like, the cost factor,
Yeah.
ultimately, at the end of the day, this is a business.
Yeah.
Players have
yeah,
to
and
play.
I mean, if you're doing the tournament, you're doing games
This
like
is
2-3 days
not
apart,
charity.
right?
So, for pertaining to like the T20 this year, where they had games in Trinidad and they also had games in Guyana.
Yeah, I know. Right.
Like when I look at like the financial aspect, the airlines benefited,
Correct.
the hotels, the tourism, all these things. So if you move like in Trinidad for a fact, like I know like being to some of the games, a lot of the games were also sold out. So
Right.
stadiums were full to capacity. If you go, let's say, to smaller islands, would you get that same exact?
I mean,
No.
you don't even get it in Jamaica, so
No.
no.
Yeah, you're right. And to be fair,
they're moving
there's
Jamaica.
valid reason for it to be in Trinidad because of the atmosphere and part. The Queen's Park Oval is literally a party.
It's a party. And, you know, like, they get more... I mean, they've done it in Fort Lauderdale, too, recently. You know, they've been carrying the games up there.
Yeah.
But they're getting their money. The stadium is full.
Yeah.
Everybody's there. I mean, so that's what they're saying. Like, they've limited where it goes, but they're making basically the same profit at the end of the day. Or maybe even more than going island hopping. And if you're going to make the same profit, keeping it in, like, 2 or 3 locations.
Yeah. And then also, like, pertaining to that, you'll get people from the other islands, the small islands, who are willing to
Fly.
commute.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't get as much people that are willing to leave the bigger islands
To go to...
across to the smaller islands.
For...
Go there
Yeah.
and then come back.
That's true.
That is part of it.
Yeah. It's funny. It's cheaper to go like from Trinidad to Miami than from Trinidad to Jamaica.
True.
Don't you know this? Don't you know
It's
this?
so weird. And it's a little less in terms of distance.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah,
What
so,
what I found like some of the craziest costs for
Yeah.
flying.
yeah.
I remember when I was in Barbados and I had a friend who had to leave Grenada and come to Barbados, and she spent $700 on a plane ticket
From Grenada to Barbados?
round trip.
What? But it's right there. We could
You
swim
could have
there.
taken a ferry. We need ferries.
Grenada, Barbados. That is less than an hour flight.
$700.
That must be a first class flight.
Nope.
Liat?
No Caribbean Airlines.
That is madness.
We need ferries.
Absolutely
We need-
madness.
It
we need
costs
I'll swim.
average from Trinidad to Barbados round trip. You'll spend anywhere from 2,000 TT to 2,500 TT, which is about 300 to 350
Yeah.
US dollars round trip.
Not bad. Yeah.
But at the
It's-
same time,
Yeah.
we can go to Miami for $200, $250.
That is.
So it costs you more to get to Barbados.
Yeah.
Yeah. and, and Barbados is right there. Could literally swim.
Yeah.
And you guys are
Honestly.
both republics now, so I mean, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
figure this out.
Exactly.
No.
No, we can't
So,
do
like,
that. That's crazy.
Inter-Caribbean travel
Inter-Caribbean
is-
travel.
I
is
don't
it?
understand
is
why.
expensive. And then the airline set out they're not making
Yeah.
enough money.
Well, I
Well,
know.
I wonder why.
Well, I know why Liat wouldn't, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
If you're always delayed, who is going to
Yeah.
book you?
Delays.
And delays and loss of luggage.
Yeah, that is always a bizarre one for a 40-minute
Yeah.
flight.
Yeah.
It's honestly baffling. I don't get it.
I would say, like, if other companies are willing to fly the Caribbean routes and it's profitable to them, I do think some friendly competition would put, the bigger airline
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
they would have to tweak their stuff a little bit just to make sure that they have that competitive edge because
Wow.
as is they're the ones dominating. So
I mean, you know, even if we think about this, actually, that brings me to another question that I haven't figured out if 2026 World Cup has sorted out yet. Border issues.
Right. So persons like you and I will still need to get that Canadian visa, that US visa. We have a Jamaican passport, so we don't need a Mexican visa. So
But
So,
the
yeah.
border issues, I mean,
they're not going to restrict. They're not going to free it up for the
no,
World
no,
Cup.
no. I just meant like
not
For the-
sure,
for the
sure.
teams that are traveling across borders and
Right.
immigration and everything that they
Yeah.
have to go through before a
Mhm.
game,
Right.
apart from the fact that they're traveling across time zones at some point,
Correct. Yeah.
that's border issues.
Yeah.
Border control, border issues.
I expect it to be expedited for the teams.
It would
I
be.
mean, yeah, I
It
mean,
would
I'm
be.
pretty
I
sure you can
think
get into executive,
special concessions definitely.
but
would
you
be
don't
made.
want
I
to
think they
create
also
certain things.
increase the amount of security
Mm-hmm.
pertaining to immigration because you don't want it that somebody's able to sneak through
Mhm.
or get through because
Yeah.
like I know a friend or I have
Mhm.
a friend so I'm hopping along with you all
Right.
and that leads to a diplomatic
Mhm.
fiasco.
Yeah.
But I expect them to get into like the executive or the private airports for where
Mhm.
they need to go. But
Right.
and I know that you get expedited
Yeah.
immigration there, but
Mm-hmm.
just like for travelers, right?
No, we
What
would
what
not.
we're going to go through just
Mhm.
to try and get to different matches is
Yeah.
once it's not within the USA.
So I think like for travelers I think what we will have in our
I wonder if they'll do a visa like what they did in Qatar
Yeah. A World Cup visa have to.
yeah.
for this.
But I don't think for all three, they would need one for US, one for Canada, and for those countries that are really, really strict, one for Mexico as well.
I'm wondering if they would, because in Qatar they now have that visa to keep you there for World Cup.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm wondering if they
No.
would have done that, but you can't do that in America because there's too
No.
many permutations for you to just
Exactly.
disappear. Because they're not
Precisely.
keeping you in one location either.
Yep.
That's a very interesting topic
And-
that would be there. Because if I was to travel and want to travel to all games, I definitely would need to get a Canadian visa,
Mm-hmm.
which takes at least 6 months to apply for.
6
Yeah.
months where?
Here.
Yeah.
6 months, really?
No, Trinidad is a much shorter time frame. It's
Well,
actually
I
much
mean-
easier to get than to get a US visa on our side.
Hmm.
It's we're
Yeah.
about to start back.
Yeah. Yeah. They're about to start back. Yeah.
I wonder what the discussions in the locker rooms
I
were
w- Polish has a Polish coach, right? The Polish have a Polish coach, right?
Yeah, he does.
Oh, no more speaking in English to have somebody translate for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so Barry, what is your first World Cup memory? Before 2006.
To be quite honest,
Yeah.
I can't really say no. I can't really say.
Mm-hmm.
But I do know 2006
Mm-hmm.
when we qualified,
Mm-hmm.
that might have well been a national holiday.
Mhm.
Like for real, for real. I
By the way,
remember-
just state where we qualify are, because we know you, Trini. So we just need to clarify
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, so tell me something, Barry. When you see like a Dwight York in the streets or Stern John, are locals like running up towards them to get selfies and stuff? Because I feel, really,
Yes.
wow,
They are still very much
heroes.
local celebrities.
Interesting.
Ooh.
It's just even like if Bolt was to show up in a patty shop, people would just like hail him, but not like run towards him and take a picture.
He's
you know?
very much around here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's interesting.
He's
you
very
know,
much
the
on our
culture.
local scene. I mean, ironically, Bolt is out in the party scene, so is
Mhm.
Leon Bailey. So, I mean, seeing them
Mhm.
out there, I feel like people who take pictures or want to take pictures of
Mhm.
or with them while they're out.
Yeah.
I fully don't get it because I mean, you're going to see them at the next party.
Yeah.
They're not hidden.
Well, yeah, like for us, like
Mm.
somebody that I would say I personally see at
Mhm.
like a lot of social events
Mhm.
is doing that.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Always.
So seeing him out is just like, hey,
Yeah.
You're out again.
yeah,
We see- we
it's
see each other
casual,
again.
Yeah,
Right,
we see
right.
each other again. So you're just like, yeah, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But also to some extent, like everybody always wants their attention. So just like, hey, like you kind of have to put up this face that I'm pleasant and sometimes like from being in like those types of social circles for me, I know sometimes when I see some of my friends or whatever, like these local celebrities, it's like
Yeah, yeah.
I know you're having a rough day, but you're outside, so you just have to be pleasant.
Right.
But it does for a fact get exhausting.
Yeah, I can imagine. For them in particular.
Oh,
Chesney with a good save.
well wide.
Yeah,
That's a good save.
couple of comments. I think it would be make a stronger team if we had a West Indies football team. However, the politics and
The
insularity.
politics of that,
Politics
I mean,
trumps everything.
politics trumps everything.
everything.
We already have politics with West Indies cricket team as it stands.
Yeah.
I really don't want to try and figure out how you feeling a team and like not every nation even has any form of representation.
Example, Chris.
Big up Crumpy. Yeah.
They give him, the media has given him so much of a fight down,
Mm-hmm.
and he has time and time again, for me, what I've seen,
Mm-hmm.
he has single-handedly put the
Ooh.
team on his back.
That was
Absolutely.
pretty.
Yeah. Hey boy.
Couldn't make it count, but that was pretty. Yeah, I mean, I don't want that politics. We already have enough politics in general governing federations for each country. Without having been there, you kind of know how it goes.
Yeah,
I
man.
wouldn't put it to the region to try and figure that
And
out.
then who we gonna put? Because I think the best person we could have possibly put would have been Jack Warner. Well, to some degree, due to his network, his influence, his resources.
Mm-hmm.
But considering what transpired recently
Yeah.
with him
I'm not sure how he's
being
doing.
expedited.
And his health situation, I'm not sure if he's
Yes.
100, yeah.
So
I mean,
pertaining to things like that, to put together a governing football body for the Caribbean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Especially without his influence and his resources. I mean, that's
Mhm.
gonna be kind of rough because he was to some extent the voice for the Caribbean slash Trinidad in terms of football.
Yeah.
So who are we gonna have with that much clout to say X, Y, and Z, and have the other, international bodies give us a listen or something forward?
Captain Burrell, yeah. Yeah. Yep, well said. Here comes the polls.
Hey, outside boy, take it outside, take it outside.
Still have a little bit left. This can work.
Nitrous says, Simon, do you know
Hey,
about Jaden
control
Anthony
boy.
of Bournemouth? Yeah. Good player, good player. And he's taking his time to decide. BM says a West Indies football team won't work the same way a Caribbean Premier League would be a challenge
Caribbean Premier League.
in football, yeah.
I think that might be much easier than putting together a unified
Mm.
football
Okay.
team and then putting the football team to like the issue of representation obviously is gonna come up. They're gonna say, oh well, you'll have 5 or 6 TT players,
Yeah,
X amount Jamaican,
exactly.
X Bajan. What about St. Kitts? We have a good footballer too. Like, why is he not on the team?
Exactly.
So, and who would they put in charge of the vetting process? What would be the criteria for vetting certain players? Right? You might have a player that plays internationally and they have, certain level of popularity, but plays on their egos as well. Like,
Yeah,
are you going to mesh well? Because team chemistry is important.
correct.
So how is someone like that who's accustomed to being out there, but they don't like the management? And that's the next issue too. Like, we have a lot of players, we have good players, but
Right.
they don't like the management, and because they don't like the management, there's a lot of back and forth
Correct.
that goes on. To me, I think it's too much moving pieces in that regard. So it would be easier if we all, just keep our own unique identities.
Here comes the Poles with possession. 53 minutes in.
Who would you say has had the most possession so far?
Yeah, definitely it would be the French in terms of the possession in this game in particular. Done well with it. 55-45. And there's that point, the latter stage of the first half. But yeah, the French has the edge. Mbappe, Rabiot,
Senet.
and out.
Clear.
Out of harm's way. Yep, onside. Yeah.
Mbappe got me just
Just a little.
like what they're doing, they're drawing everybody out.
Mm.
Yeah, so I'm back in.
Yeah.
Polish defense is thick though. All I can see in the box is just red. Red and white, red and white.
Exactly. Yeah, quite a physically imposing presence. A lot of guys 6'2", 6'3" at the back. So they have that going for them. A ball to Griezmann. Can he get the precise one though? If he swung it across with pace, maybe he could have got to Mbappe. Switched over. Control.
Lovely.
Dembele on the right.
Get back in there. Plenty corners in.
All right. Go on, Poland. Matty Cash is running. Oh, referee says play on. Griezmann. Mbappe. Oh, ho, 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 ho.
Vladimir blocked.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. What's up now? See you on that road.
Yeah. Out.
Shot boys on my good class.
Oh my word. Does it count? The referee's pointing to the spot. Still a couple of discussions. The ball went to the net with a nice overhead kick, but the referee. But no. Wojciech Szczesny getting some attention.
Did I miss?
Take a look at this, guys. A punch, clear. Yeah. Yeah. Punch, clear. Alright, the punch was made. And then Griezmann. And he did? No. No. That's exactly what it is.
Definitely gonna have something to say about this.
And Giroud is going to be like, I just scored the best goal of my life. And you're not giving it to me. Come on, ref. Referee says no.
What?
Protection. What?
It's goalkeeper protection.
That's not what protection is.
No, it's not really what it is, but you know, it's up to interpretation.
Because my interpretation and yours are different, according to the law.
And I mean, to an extent, there was, I don't know how, I didn't see the head injury, but then the Polish defender was down holding himself as
Who
well.
cares if it was just that's the
I
thing.
know.
If it was just a defender, it would have been a goal.
It's a bunch of fake greeny beat, you
Mhm.
understand? Because
Yeah.
here was it. He lied down on the ground,
Mm-hmm.
hold it back until they say no goal, and all of a sudden he upright. Function. France are the next one, for sure, for sure. Chasseur see Lille.
I'm good with anything that's meat. Meat.
Fine.
And this is why we are not going to, this is
Yeah.
why we're not going to coexist. We're
Yeah.
not making our West Indies football.
A team.
Pineapple.
Pineapple on a pizza. Meat lovers.
Anything really.
Yeah.
I suppose so. Half an hour to go. Antoine Griezmann. Here comes Griezmann.
That was a nice goal. Hey boy.
Griezmann. It's Mbappe! And he gets the ball taken away from him.
Hey boy.
Yeah, he's wearing orange shirt. Very Dutch.
Yeah. And Jamal decides to wear the orange shirt the day after the Dutch play. Yeah. No problem. That's alright. You can breathe a sigh of relief. Yeah. No, I know. Yeah. But yeah, this might be the World Cup where a new team wins it. Maybe.
I think this World Cup has a lot of shockers.
Absolutely.
Definitely a lot of shockers. I'm really, really proud of Senegal
Mm-hmm.
being able to make it this far. Japan as well.
Yep, they did very well.
Big up the anime one time.
Mbappe.
Those are my two favorite underdog teams.
Okay. No, I don't care. Ham is fine. Pepperoni is fine.
Food is food.
Yeah. So no. Yeah. I have to say it softly before the people in the comments decide to join us. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, folks, you guys want pizza, you guys know where to come. BRB.
Either way works.
And a cross comes in.
Right.
Yeah.
The bread.
Cheesy bread?
Yeah.
Yeah, one of each. Yeah.
One of each would work. Yeah.
Yeah, we're here.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we're here.
Yeah.
We're here for a while. We're here.
Yeah, exactly. I
We
think
good.
I
We're
think
here.
I think only Alex will come. That's about it. Turn.
Oh,
Foul.
not enough.
BRB.
Oh, we went for the offside?
Yeah.
Get up.
Yeah, you get pushed.
Oh, yeah. No, not full control of that ball. That's gone. Oh, he's slightly offside.
And all anything, and everything, you know.
I don't. Will it happen? Will it happen for the Polish? It's looking a little bleak. A little bleak.
But then again, this is football.
Yeah.
As you can see, many goals have been scored in stoppage time.
Stoppage time, guys. South Korea.
Hey, defense work. Outside. Lovely. Control.
They're approaching the 65 minutes played. France still 1, Poland 0. That disallowed goal for France. Signety.
Nice.
You up to you guys? I mean,
Yeah. I mean, wait. We have
it
enough-
depends.
We have enough
You want a drink?
drinks. We have enough drinks here, so.
You want like soda? We have drinks. I think we should be okay.
We can without the drink.
Yeah. Yeah. Fafana.
Wow.
You know, every time man doesn't lose, you know, you have to have the scarf. Can't forget the scarf. Fafana's on. Okay. Just keep it here. Good stuff. Can't leave it the scarf. So that lineup should be out soon.
Wow. Fun stuff. Who's gonna
One. Romario Stevens. Okay.
Oh, what?
So,
Oh, okay.
The panel for one.
Only thing I like about it is that we can track it. I track it.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I track it. I even get to know who puts that pizza in the oven. I know who to complain to.
who let them know?
Good question, wrong person. Wrong panel.
Yeah. But 1 o'clock. Somebody named Romario. 4 o'clock. Former FIFA ref.
Yeah, we can get his idea on that second France goal, the disallowed one.
Yeah. Good.
As much as we try and get that human error out of it, it's still human interpretation.
Yep. Which ultimately comes down to the goal.
You gonna make me chug? You gonna make me chug?
Yes, we have to make Joel chug.
So close. Almost there, boy. You just need a little bit more elevation.
Yeah.
A little bit more elevation.
Why not?
Okay.
You could pay with card too. You could pay with card too.
If you pay with card, we'll just give you cash.
Yeah, then I'll just use my card and if everybody else has cash, then
I have card.
Oh yeah, right.
yeah.
You need your Jamaican. Just remind me to call them when the game finish and just ask them to card the card machine just in case.
Okay. Yeah.
Get there.
He's fast.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, not that fast.
There we go. Next side. There you go. One more. Just the final ball. Just the final.
Send it out. Send it out. There we go.
Get there. That's too much rapsing in defenses.
Oof, that's a foul.
Ooh.
Come on, right? 20
And
minutes.
this is why Lewandowski does not score the goals. You see where he's at?
Yeah. Right wing.
Ooh. Get there, boy.
The raw emotion. Don't
Double
we love
change.
it?
Double change. Bielik comes on. Interesting. Encouragement.
Positive reinforcement.
If you want.
It was Germany that came off.
Germany. Okay. Let's see if that will add a pep in his step. Yeah.
Needs something.
I think you missed that moment. Yeah, with the two Polish guys coming on. Just got a nice pat on the back. Yeah.
Let's see. Is this
Hooray.
it? Ooh.
Yes, that is true. Elgan Hero in 1992 to 95, there was that sort of franchise league. So you're right in the comments. That is true. Poland.
20 minutes to go, guys.
Mm.
And here comes the French.
I think firebox is right.
Yeah. Will he get it? Oh,
Yeah.
Outside.
be interesting since we've talked about this
Mm-hmm.
West Indies Football Federation that will never be, right? But
Mm-hmm.
I remember archery went to a development tournament
Mm-hmm.
in like in Denmark,
Right.
and one of the things that they did was they had the teams, and then they did like a mixed team, so it was different countries shooting with each other.
Mm-hmm.
I think that could be a very interesting developmental situation
Yeah.
where you can have, you know, different players from different countries fielding a team and then competing and
That would be
round
interesting.
robin. That would be interesting.
Yeah. That could work.
It'd give, you know, much younger players some exposure to playing with other people that they wouldn't necessarily get.
Mm. Well said.
That would be an interesting way to look at developing.
Here comes Poland.
I think they try it with the.
Hard.
I think they try it with the Manning Cup, the Costa teams, the All Ireland team.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a little bit more than that. At least you'd be able to play with people of different cultures, different. Oh!
Just like this.
Goal boy.
That was it. That one was
Goal
staying.
boy.
Scored.
Just so easy.
Ah.
Easy
I don't think
pickings,
I'm.
boy.
I mean, to be fair,
Yeah.
if they do get this 2-2 draw,
Mm-hmm.
there's something there because we talked about it. You're like 2-1. And it's like, yeah, maybe 2-2.
Yeah.
Straight to go to the penalties. If Poland comes back to draw this,
That would be something.
it really would.
Mbappe on the score sheet.
I mean, Poland have a Obia, man. We're in overtime right now.
That's his 4th goal of the World Cup, folks, and his 8th overall for the French. So now he is the goal in the race for the Golden Boot. Overtakes Rashford, Enner Valencia, Cody Gakpo.
8th World Cup goal.
8th World Cup goal.
Ronaldo on 8 World Cup goals.
Yes. Ronaldo's
Messi
in
now
it.
on 9.
Messi now on 9. Thomas Muller on 10. He's out. And we're not going to see him in 2026.
I mean, if we see him, something's wrong with that team.
That's true.
No offense. But if we see something's
Shot
wrong with that
boy.
team.
They give him so much time and space.
Yes.
I get standing there like, should I pass? Oh no, I can
He had time to decide. Like he was so open, like there was nobody next to him in first place. And then when he got the ball, he turned, he watched,
Yeah.
he looked, he turned again.
He decided.
He had a lot of time.
You know, these individual moments of brilliance I really like.
Yeah. Just like the folks in the comments say, you cannot give Mbappe that much space.
Oh, we're taking him off? Old
Yes.
man?
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah. Thank you for your service.
Oh, Jamal, Marcus is coming on. He's no Marcus Thuram.
Yeah.
No, he's gonna
No?
come on now.
The celebration with his jersey.
Yeah. Yeah. Nah, they're saving Giroud for England/Senegal.
I mean, and then it still goes to the depth of the team. I mean, they're making these changes, but it doesn't. I mean, when you make these substitutions, you don't want it to detract from a team either. So
Mm-hmm.
that depth is still there.
Yep.
Pick up one player, put on an equally as good player, pretty much.
As long as they don't know what they did with Tunisia, then they're fine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna switch up
Beautiful
everything.
goal. Watch. Time.
Mm.
He had so much time.
Kevon Cooper says, "Where's Jamal?"
Jamal hiding us out.
Yeah.
The Dutch done qualify, hiding us out now.
He's preparing for the England game.
Possible lineup here. And you're looking at their possible lineup, right?
Yeah.
I would
take that. Now the question will be the Foden element.
I think you don't even know.
Here comes Poland. Oh my word.
Humble.
Brazilian coach Chicha says Neymar will be fit to face South Korea.
Well, we were expecting him to come back in the round of 16.
Precisely.
So that's not too bad. They were hoping to try and get him back for that Cameroon game, but
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't force it.
Yeah, folks, he missed the last 2 games after sustaining ligament damage in his right ankle.
They're a bit broken now, yeah.
We're now into that element where goals don't fully matter anymore. Just keeping possession does.
Yeah. 11 minutes to go.
Yeah, that's how to the time.
BM says, I think Mbappe will break the World Cup scoring record. He's still only 23. So that was his 8th goal. Mercer Klose is on 16, so that's 9 to go.
Possible.
It's possible.
Next World Cup, he'll be 27. That's frightening to think about.
Yeah, but people like Christie who played well into their 30s, imagine if Mbappe plays. Imagine if he plays to that age.
Yeah.
My general thing is that 4-year gap in between is quite a long time.
Mm-hmm.
One shin break.
I get you, and I do understand.
So I
because-
mean, I do see him being able to break it. I'm hoping that there are no serious injuries because
I mean, look at Hazard. Maybe the 3rd best player in the world 2018, and now he's probably the 3rd biggest customer of KFC. So I mean, that shows you everything, you know?
Wait,
Wait.
how
Yeah.
old is Benzema?
34.
yeah, you can get one more.
You heard what Dexter said, he's a hazard to the field.
Yeah, no, coach has his way with the words.
Yeah.
Coach has his way with words. I don't like your haircut. Come sit down on my bench. If I see you dribble one more time, I'm gonna slap you with the clipboard.
Ravio. People in the comments predicting England 3, Senegal 0.
Don't tell Jamal.
Yeah, that's a lot of confidence there.
Again, it just depends on how they play. So if they play that open play, that surprising open play against Iran, the world is, it's all there. The possibilities are all there.
I'll take a 90th minute goal. 1-0.
No, we want them to.
Mbappe.
Before.
Simon, imagine Mbappe in the EPL, perhaps teaming up with Haaland. My days.
Yo.
Oh no.
Yo.
Oh no.
That was going to be the end of football. You're just going to put them
But the
together.
thing is,
It's
will
not
they
big enough.
play very well together?
I mean,
That is the only issue.
To change the system if you're
You'd
gonna
have to
make
change
that
the
play.
system to play both of them, and
yeah.
I mean, will they play well together?
I think it's possible if you get the right system. I don't think you can do 4-3-3 with them, honestly.
But the type of players that they are
two
for, like,
dominant players.
yeah, but type of players you are for a country where you just, you're playing for your country as opposed to playing for your self-pride in a club. Are they going to
I think
try and be
for-
selfish, or are they going
Country
to
has
play?
more weighting.
No, but meaning like if they ended up teaming together in a club, are they going to try and be selfish and then just not
Oh.
want to pass the ball to get the glory,
Oh, I get you.
or
I think
will they
it's-
play the team? I mean, it
I
just
think-
depends on.
Yeah, I think
where
team
they're at.
on us first. Like people want to see CR7 and Messi for one season at PSG.
Yeah, but seriously, didn't you accept the offer from the Saudis?
Supposed to, yeah. But at any point he has the option if he doesn't want to at the end of the World Cup make a U-turn. So we shall see.
It's a fun place to play with.
Mm.
especially at this age too. Whoa, my goodness. And that's per year.
Mm-hmm.
Per year.
Yeah. Yeah, the kids and the grandkids are fine through school and
Yeah,
everything.
but like even
They were fine. They were fine.
but like I said, right? If you have someone like him playing from a business perspective, you have someone like him
Mm-hmm.
playing across there. You know what that does for their league and their football?
Yeah,
It's that the entire world will now gravitate
towards
from
that.
the west
Mm.
to come to there just to see that one player.
Yeah.
We were seeing it in, was it the Chinese Super League? Now they're
Mhm.
starting to,
Yeah, this was before COVID, yeah, when there were a lot of
they're
interest.
trying to field other, like the European players.
Correct, yeah.
I mean, I it's good for,
The Chinese are doing well in that regard, especially like in terms of like basketball.
Mm-hmm.
oh yeah,
So you're seeing them.
they're getting up there in the sports.
Yeah.
They said, America, you're taking over gymnastics. We're gonna come at every other sport you play.
You know, like T20 cricket is something that really has brought people together.
Yeah.
Dubai is like, let's do T10. Yeah,
Oh, they have a
10.
10?
Yeah, there's 10
Wow.
10 cricket now, 10 overs. And
That's too
yeah.
that's too
That's
short.
intense.
Mhm.
That's like rugby
That's
seven.
real intense.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's like rugby seven.
That's intense. That's
Mm-hmm.
very intense.
Exactly.
Ooh, intense for my life.
No, this is why FIFA wants to go to shootouts. Everything needs to be intense.
Yes, exactly.
That adrenaline rush.
You just need the
ultimately.
intensity.
Yeah, remember our attention span and so on. We just want thing now, instant
Yeah,
gratification.
Instant, yes.
Yeah. You're not gonna read a 10-page article about something anymore.
That, and you could get it in like 2 pages.
There you go.
Give me a summary. Let me just go
I mean,
on
nobody
that.
goes past like Google searches page 2, and that's only if the first page is full of videos.
Yeah. There you go.
What's page 2? But if you've gone into page 3, you're going too far into your research
Yeah,
now.
it's,
Exactly. Yeah.
It's overkill. Like I'm sure if I didn't find the first 2 pages, I'm not gonna find it there.
Mm-hmm.
Get
Kingsley
there.
Coman.
Get there, boy.
Oh boy. This.
I mean, 2 lapses in
Everybody should get a grand
defense,
back then.
and France has capitalized on 2 lapses in defense.
Yeah.
Too much space.
Big lapses. Especially that last Mbappe goal.
You know, I did mention it. It's all gonna come down to like whether they can keep that concentration. You make that mistake, and that's pretty much it now.
5 more minutes to go. Four.
Adidas ball coming in with their stats.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That was a bullet. That's some interesting technology to actually put in board.
It really is.
I wonder if that would be the norm moving forward with the sport itself.
Which part?
To have that technology in like each ball.
I mean,
In FIFA tournaments, yes.
yeah, in FIFA tournaments, I've been adding technologies to the ball that they're using.
It's just such a weird concept, you know, like the ball have to charge.
Mhm.
What was interesting was like a lot of the balls that get into the crowd, and they're just like, I think they're gonna need to make more balls if
Mhm.
FIFA just keep
Taking
them. But I
them, yeah.
don't think they keep them. I think they take the pictures and send it back. I think a
Mhm.
few keep,
Yeah, a few of them keep.
but I think some of them just take pictures and I see them going back, but I could be wrong. I mean, you can't bait and switch these balls, so
No, not
If
at all.
a ball reached by me,
Yeah.
It's not good, man.
Even if you have 100 fans around
That
you.
going boom. And I'm taking the video footage for proof.
Yeah. Just show your son 10 years from now. This is what I got.
Daddy win this year, yeah.
Yeah.
Not even just what I got it from the World Cup.
Yeah, you know. So kick this ball and it's by me.
And if you really want the proof, we'll have video of the World Cup for me to show you that
Yeah.
I got this one.
Yeah, watch our video of me fighting security fit. Yeah, thing in the back. Ooh.
Wait, apart from that one pitching beta, we haven't had
No.
just that
no,
one.
yes, no. I think security has gotten extremely tight now. If you look even
Tighter.
tighter, yes.
Yeah.
So you can see the persons in yellow. They're much closer together now.
Video amount.
Yeah, the quantity as well. Yeah, that's true.
I mean, we've seen how some of their, I want to call lackluster attempts of preventing people from invading a field after any game, like even just in Jamaica, where they come up with the barriers, they don't even interlink them, so they're just kind of there looking at each other. Hey friend over there, here's some space. Here's some space to come through.
To some extent, they're doing it out of formality, like, yeah, you know, we have to do this. But in the grand sense, like, you're really not expecting anyone to say, hey, I really going and do this here today.
Correct, yeah.
So I mean, when we go to the international games and whatever, I hoped that people would just not do it. But then again, who am I to really want to see that kind of decency throughout everything?
Yeah, David Trezeguet in the stands, giving his moral support to the French. Interesting story.
Did you see this message, Jamal?
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
We're getting a 2-1, like Simon said.
Let's see.
Hopefully not.
Hey, 2-1, French still go through. What do we say? 5
Okay.
minutes, 6 minutes?
I think Mbappe is going to try to score again. Yeah. And if he does, then Joel has to chug.
Ah, Mbappe. Why'd you do this?
There he is.
The beauty of it.
There he is. Look at that.
The beauty of it. Oh, I love that.
One sip.
I just need to replay that goal,
Yeah.
and then I can.
Yeah.
Sure.
It could be pretty and it could still be drinking.
There you go.
I know, but you kind of have to give it its moment. That goal also deserves its moment. If he scores that third one for his hat trick,
Yeah.
I would not be mad with the 2 goals that he has scored.
Ah, boys. Star players.
Number 9.
Number 10. Where do we want to go? No,
You said it at your right time.
he called that one.
Yeah, instinct.
Right.
Instinct.
Need to give it its moment.
Watch that. Watch that play. Watch that play. How do you get that ball? Like, what? Shot focus.
The thing is, like, you see it coming, but you never see this kind of shot coming all the time.
He calculated that before, you know. He
Yeah.
had that shot in his head before he even got the ball.
Chesney
As
got the
he
hand
get
to it.
He just execute one time.
The hand of Chesney got to it, but just not good enough.
Just to be there in the stadium right now.
Yeah. Yeah. And we know the drift whenever Jamal leaves, a goal has scored.
And Mbappe strikes again.
Let's be
Oh my
No.
word.
dragon wide. 5 minutes.
They have
Less than I thought.
5 minutes to put 3 goals.
I just need one more. One more from Lewandowski and you can just retire from national duty.
So,
Robert.
so now they're gonna start killing Irish people.
Robert is 34. Technically, he could go Euro 2024. He's at Barca. But I hear you.
He's also tired. I mean, We did say a lot of these European players,
Yeah.
possibly Euros will be their last one.
You know what? I'm gonna hide.
I mean, they be playing so much games.
But
They just leave from
you look-
one tournament to the next.
The wear and
back to
tear.
back.
True.
The wear and tear is something.
Yeah. Probably finish the season at Barca and call it a day. Because it is a
That was
one
the
year.
dignity and background of it.
It is a 1 year contract.
I mean, I don't. If you, he may not want to. But I mean, he can always end up at MLS, which I mean, I don't think this is where anybody really wants to go. Like
No.
just like that.
Right.
But I think national duty.
Mhm.
The curtain's almost closed. But
he
then
could
that
come
gives
back in
rise
the form
to.
of coaching, though.
But then that gives rise to who else is coming up, because we can see some people just come out of nowhere. I mean, we got let's see this play. Can you get across?
Okay.
Ooh.
One more for Robert. Overhead kick.
Ooh.
Oh.
Big night,
That
boys.
was pretty.
Denied. Love
Yeah.
that.
Should have scoring that.
That would have been a nice goal. For sure.
I mean, we did see James come out of
Yeah.
World Cup. We did see Kevin Principal team too. That you don't.
Yeah, corner, yeah.
Yeah. We've seen some players come out of a World Cup that's
A
where
lot
they
of
really
bicycle
shine.
kicks this World Cup, though.
Mhm.
My goodness.
Oh, I don't think he saved one.
I think he hit the post and went
That's
out.
his second bicycle could be pretty
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that went post.
absolute screamer from Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
Richarlison.
Keep it in. Okay. Last chance for Poland. Last roll of the dice.
Denied.
Sorry, Robert. You got your country out to the group stages of the World Cup. Well done.
I mean, in this World Cup, that was a feat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was there. He scored the goals in qualifying, so that's about it.
He got them to the World Cup, not the first time, but
Yeah.
they didn't do much once he gets
Yeah.
I mean, again, first World Cup goal. So,
That's
seen that. Ooh,
all right. Head up? No.
no, corner?
Is there time? That is the question.
I don't think so.
The baton for best player in the world has been passed safely to Mbappe. What a player. That's BM in the comments.
Can we see another back-to-back winner of the World Cup?
We haven't seen it since the 70s, but yeah, I think they're
We're
strong.
on-
France are strong
We're on
contenders.
par.
Italy 34-38, Brazil 58-62.
Oh,
Oh? Oh?
that's a handball.
That certainly is.
That's a handball.
Did he just call end of game?
And VAR is checking a
Oh.
possible penalty,
There we go.
which means Robert Lewandowski could get his
His
second.
second goal.
Yeah.
Miss one already.
Messi
Yeah.
has missed two.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that he.
Yeah.
These keepers have never trained for penalties before.
Do we not remember Tim Krul coming on as a shot stopper
Yeah, 2014 with the Dutch.
for the Dutch? Just shot. You would know this, Jamal. Tim Krul and the
Mhm.
shot stopper.
And when you saw Louis van Gaal made a change, where you were like, Tim Krul, okay.
When I saw the change, I thought, oh my goodness, because Van Gaal was always just pull things up sometimes.
Mm.
But when I saw it, I was like, yo, I know
Mhm.
that there's some lenience behind this,
Yeah.
and I just want to see what happens.
Penalty!
And then the saves, I was just like, yeah. Like, I wasn't even surprised.
Last kick of the game.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was really loud, but last kick of the game.
That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know these last minute changes when people are coming on to do something. So we had the Zaza penalty. I don't think anybody's ever going to forget.
Yeah.
He came on to take the penalty.
That was something.
And Lewandowski. You can leave the World Cup, retire,
With a
but you know what?
With our last goal.
A lot of pressure. He looks nervous. Alright. I think he might have saved.
I mean, you just expect that, right? But they somehow get a
You
lot.
should finish that if it's saved.
If it's saved.
If it's saved, then you finish that, yeah. There you go.
Word.
I don't think. It,
Why would you do
Zaza-esque of the run-up. It's Zaza-esque of the run-up. Like,
Is he gonna Lewandowski's gonna kick it again.
Just kick the ball, bro.
What? Why?
Somebody ran
Look at
into
this.
the box, yeah.
Oh, they're like,
They're way into the box.
yeah. I don't know. I was open little this guy.
That stop.
Who did we see it with?
His name is-
Who else did we see that with? That awkward stop.
Oh, him.
It's
Yeah.
always him?
Yeah, him.
Because I know I've seen it before and I'm just like, this is stupid.
Plus, Lloris was let off his own before the ball was kicked. So, that's why I said that.
But the
Yeah.
run up had a little bit of Zaza in it, right?
It's
Yeah.
like,
Kick ball, bro.
Offense by goalkeeper, okay, not line infringement.
Yeah, his.
Well off his eye.
Well off his end. Well, I mean, everybody was well off there.
Yeah, yeah.
What I said 2-1. I said 2-1. This game
You
is
said
gonna be 3-1.
2-1, no, we're at
It's gonna be 3-1. Alright.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Just kick it.
Come on.
Thump it. There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Second goal.
Two World Cup goals. You go home. Go back to Barca.
That's not bad. You leave it a little dignity. It's not USA.
I mean, the US did get 3-1 from the Dutch. Yeah. Yeah.
That's a bit
No clean sheet for Lloris at this World Cup. Yeah. France have conceded in every game they've played in. Yeah.
every single
Yeah. 4-1 against Australia, 2-1 against Denmark, 1-0 against Tunisia.
1-0 against Tunisia.
Yeah.
And now 3-1 against Poland.
Yeah, that's insane. It's
Yeah.
you, no kid.
Yeah. See you at Real Madrid next year, kid. We'll be playing in La Liga together. Yeah.
I mean,
Hey, I'll see you next year. La Liga, yeah. See you, pal.
but even as to how like international the game is, right? You still like to see this camaraderie at the end of a game.
Yeah, absolutely.
We love to see it. I mean, we here have a national goal-breaking record.
Exactly. You know why they're covering their mouths, right?
Can't say what they're saying.
Yeah. So that the cameras are like, oh, you guys are talking about this or that.
Yeah,
yeah, they're like.
coaches have been doing it with the clipboards and the. I mean, we see it a lot, especially in NFL too.
Right.
We see it a lot in NFL, but I don't see why, because they mic players in NFL too. I think that's also very stupid. Like, how do you have time to mic a player in NFL that they're talking on the field? That you can hear what they're saying. Like, I get it in cricket. You know, where you might be talking to somebody who's on the boundary line.
Yeah.
How you gonna mic up? Like, imagine micing a footballer. Like, first of all, you lost the mic because they're running. Second of all, what you really going to hear? Yeah, that was a good cross. Catching my breath here.
All right, folks, that's where we wrap up our watch along for the France-Poland game. But we'll be back at 1 o'clock, where we look at the England-Senegal encounter. Barry is still with us, so is Joel as well. So you folks will definitely be able to see these guys. And England-Senegal, that's coming here. So the France, they're through to the last 8 of the competition. So they joined the Netherlands and they joined Argentina as well. And the winner of the England-Senegal game will face France. A lot at stake. And we're looking forward to
Very
it.
interesting.
It is, very much indeed. The France are through to the last 8. No surprises
No,
there.
not
Yeah.
really a surprise. I mean, as Poland did put up a good fight.
Yeah.
They did. But they had some lapses in defense right there. And
Right.
you can't lapse
Mhm.
with Giroud. You can't
Exactly.
lapse with Mbappe. They're lucky that Benzema wasn't there, because that's another player you cannot lapse with.
Mhm.
I mean, it's sad, but I mean, not unexpected.
Yeah. Well said. Well said. Barry, your French team is through to the next round.
Correct.
Happy days
Happy days.
For now.
for now.
You know,
Yeah.
England-France matchup is going to be a very interesting matchup should that happen.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
still back my side, but
It's a very interesting matchup
That
just
would
because of all the players that play within
Yeah.
the leagues, throughout the leagues, in the leagues.
Indeed. So, folks, join us again at 1 o'clock for our pre-game show, England against Senegal, and we'll go straight into our watch-along. Stay with us. So, have a bite to eat and come back and join us at 1 o'clock. Later, folks.